Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Michael, Destro Designs. We are here live from Viper Den Studios. Joining me again are these two, my brothers. Rayne is here to talk about his book, G.I. Joe Protocol. We got a special offer coming for you if you order tonight in the show, and we'll get into that in a hot second. Also coming back to give us the as promised walkthrough is my brother, Thano Karamalis. Thank you for coming in, my dudes. I greatly appreciate you both coming in on a school night. It's very nice of you.
Mom let me stay out late tonight.
Nice. Well, shout out to Mama Rayne. So everybody, I'm sure, has heard me say it already. I'm doing the show on Thursday this week because on Saturday I am headed out for a much needed vacation. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this to somebody, but you haven't heard. So I go. My wife's family has been renting this house for 30 years down in Cape May, New Jersey, and it's this gorgeous town. It's what I want my older years, which is clean and quiet, right? Say the years leading up to having kids, I would have been like a little bit north in Wildwood, where it's a little crazy. The kids, like even when I was in my late 20s, I still wanted to hang out with the 21-year-olds because they were the ones that were staying out late and having fun doing shit. When the kids came, everything changed like drastically. I can't even remember the last time I actually drank actual booze. It's been like 5 years or some shit like that. Although when I go to Joe Fest next year, probably gonna have to take the gloves off on Saturday night. Let's just hope. Just think of how I am in general. Now imagine if you put alcohol in me. It's almost obnoxious. I get louder. I'm like, it's a lot. So I've stayed away for a while. It's been easier to do the dad
I've got
thing.
my alcohol right here. So
listen, God bless you. Honestly, like I started having these. I'll make it quick because I think I've said this before. I started having these like literal physical reactions. Like I woke up one night, I had like maybe 6 beers, which is not anything to me. And I woke up and I had the worst hangover. And I was like, oh man, what happened? And then, at this time I had cut back significantly. I was like having like a beer after work, like 1 or 2, this, that, which was never easy for me. But like the kids were here. So I was waking up like feeling like total shit, like legit having these nasty hangovers. And I was like, it can't be this, right? I can't all of a sudden be getting hangovers. I mean, I know I'm getting older, but I was still in my early 30s at the time. And sure enough, it was 2 Heinekens at a birthday party. Woke up, I had a 3-day hangover. And then like, I was like, all right, I just can't do this. And then like maybe 2 months down the road, it was Halloween. I had 1 finger of Grey Goose vodka in a glass. I 3-day hangover. And I was like, my face would get all red and like hot and flush, and I was just like, and I did say it to my doctor. He's like, yeah, you probably now are allergic to it for whatever fucking reason. So yeah, who can do 3-day hangovers, bro? you know,
things change as you get older.
Dude, it's true. Well, I didn't have any allergies. I had been stung by a ton of bees as a kid, and then all of a sudden, when I was 14, I got stung by one, blew up like a balloon. I'm allergic, and then now as I've gotten older, it's not any bee. It's if I get them big black ones that like come out of the ground and shit. If they sting me, I have to go to the hospital. They have to give me. I do have a EpiPen that needs to be renewed. Actually, I'm going to write that down. I should have had that renewed before Saturday. But anyways, this all stems. So anyway, I go on vacation and it is awesome. Now, last year I was in the throes of the GI. I hadn't actually started the podcast yet, but I was doing all kinds of content. So the 2 nights leading up to my vacation last year, I did video YouTube reviews for Blowtorch, Dark Lawn, Footloose, Frag Viper, which to me is one of the best waves that Classified had. Now there's a few with a lot of other really good ones, but that one was a killer line. And then so I just dropped that, and something that I've been doing recently too, because I'm busy with everything else and the remodel, and I just haven't had time, is toy photography. So I've been trying to do right here at the little desk, like just take 1 figure, take 4 shots of him posing with his different weapons, accessories, whatever. Simple shots, simple background, 1 figure, and just do like a highlight post about it. And then that way I can keep it out. So I'm going to try to get that. Now, one thing, shout out to my brother G.I. Dave. I got my hands on this. Nice. I don't know if you guys have, this is the Mezco Firefly.
Man, that's nice.
And I am proudly saying I think it is the most amazing 112 figure of any kind of any brand. Now, I don't have like hardly any of his accessories on here, okay?
Look at this. Looks natural.
It's so awesome. Yeah. Bro, I cannot stress to you enough. And then the soft goods, like all this right here, it's everything is like that's a great call, Thano, about the natural color, but it is, he's got like 8 sets of hands. Let me show you. They give him, I can't show the pew, but look at this. So his backpack, the straps, when you put it on, looks exactly like the straps that he had as the 3 3/4, right? But when you turn it around, it is a backpack that has, if you open it up, there are a float that's kind of coming off there. That's on me. Trust me, this shit's not like loose or anything there. It's got 2 flying drones, one on each side, that come out, and then there's an RC car drone tucked into the backpack. Look at how sleek it looks, even with all that in there. Bro, he comes, the slide on his sidearm works. The stock on his primary slides back. I can't show those on the thing, but they're fucking unbelievable. The blast effects, 3 different heads. Here's the other two heads, just different expressions. Nice. This one's got the I've had too many things explode in my face look. This is just more of like dude, it's
the material.
I was gonna say he has a glass eye.
It is. One of them has a glass eye. Guys, I cannot stress to you enough, I can't pull everything out, but it's like his primary has 3 clips to it, right? And you can see the top, when you take it out and look at it, it's fucking unreal. It makes, for $100, I would rather pay $100 for any G.I. Joe character in a Mezco like this than $30 for a classified. This isn't just 3 times better; it's 100 times better. He has. I really can't show you all this stuff, but look at all this shit. Little hand grenades. He's got like a tablet. He's got like a click, a detonator. 2. I could probably show this. He comes with 2 of these. If I sound like super excited, it's because I am.
Oh, yeah, it's an awesome figure.
It comes with 2 of these, and it's like everything looks modern, but it's not overdone. It's perfect. I fell in love with the Mezco Destro, and I still think that's it's the best Destro, phenomenal figure.
That's the only Mezco I have.
Is the Destro? That's nice.
But the Firefly, it's nice to see the collar, the material. I mean, it looks perfect at that scale. It's unbelievable. Like they really got the soft goods. That's unbelievable to me.
The flakjack, at first it looked like those were like slash marks, like he was keeping track of his victims. But now when you put it up closer, you can see that it's actually meshed.
Yes, dude. It is the secondary. I wish I could check it out and show it to you. Granted, there are people out there who have spent more time collecting. Like I would say both of you probably have even a better eye for what a figure is, but I'm telling you, if you don't have it, I know it's expensive. I said this the other night on Figure Fight Club. I was like, if you can't afford this right now, get out on the ab and sell that ass, because is it
even available anymore, or is it sold out? Because sold out.
It's secondary market for sure. Yeah. But dude, listen, if you play, if you're both interested, I'll keep my eye out for both of you, because my brother Dave got this for $110 plus shipping. I paid $125 total, which is a steal. A lot of people are looking at $175, $200, and dude, it's like one of those things where I'm like, get it before it goes above $200. Like it is still worth it. The joints, the flexibility, the posing. Now I've only messed with it a little bit.
Who do they have now? Destro, Firefly, Duke, Roadblock, and that's
Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow.
Oh, Storm Shadow.
I think they have 2 Snake Eyes. I think they have the Commando, and then they have the one with the visor. I think I have to look that up. Now, I don't want to ruin the surprise because I don't know. So my brother Dan Salcedo, curator Dan Collects, shout out to Dan. Love you, brother. He just opened his Storm Shadow, and I can't remember if it's in his new video or he's putting it in, but he talks about that, and I think a lot of people would be surprised. Dan is a huge Storm Shadow fan, and he's got some interesting things to say about that figure. Listen, Mezco is amazing, and I think it's very much worth it. Let's see what we got here. Let's hit this chat before we go too much further, and we'll finish. We'll put a bow in this.
I'll tell you one thing before you move on. That figure is almost as nice as the Sideshow Hot Toys ones that are 1/6 scale.
Oh, dude, it's exactly that. It's better because it's smaller, so
I'd rather have that scale. I'd rather have 6 inches.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna hold this up. Right. I'm gonna hold this up while I shout out the chat. My brother Big Red is here. He says, I'm gonna be that guy that shows up to the party early and makes it awkward. So Pentor's Lair follows up with, too late, I already clogged the toilet. Great job, fellas. Welcome in. Thank you. You can make it. Oh, Spentor's Lair, I'm all good. That was sent. I think I sent you the thing confirming, but we're good to go. Article for tomorrow. I'm writing about those pivotal years where I went from stopping collecting and being a crazy lunatic teenager. And it was like a wild, like, one full year where I went from a collector to all involved with tits, weed, and fucking girls. That was pretty much how it went. But it's a good story. I got a few good things in there. Make sure you check that out. SpentorsLair.com, Tuesdays and Fridays. G.I. Dave's got an article out there too, so make sure you're checking that out. Naga Hide.
Sundays.
Yeah. Oh, so that's right. Oh my God, dude. I'm sorry. I forgot that was a regular thing. Yeah. RA on Sundays. Also banger articles for sure. Right from that first one, even the first one was about Star Trek. Is that what it was? Was that the first one? It was very good. I knew it was going to be good. Orskizio is here. What is up, my brother? He said, I can't laugh waiting for mine to be scheduled. Oh, we're talking. Hold on a second. I missed a comment here. Naga Hide Hog Fat says, doing a colonoscopy tomorrow, so I'll be enjoying the show while I shit my ass off from the laxatives. Really not joking. Thanks for helping me through this, Destro and Company. Oh, dude, you're very welcome. I had it done last year, and the worst part is the day before when you just can't eat. That's it. The whole thing, you show up, you're literally
some of the best sleep you ever get.
You wake up feeling like $1 million, to be honest with you. Like you said, you get this unbelievable sleep. You wake up and you're like, I remember going I don't know what I expected. Like my asshole was going to be all blown out or something. And I woke up and I didn't feel anything. And I was just like, oh wait, did you not start yet? And they were like, no, it's done. And I was like, get out. And that was it. You leave. Promise you. The day before when you have to fast is absolutely the worst.
Yeah, that's
for sure. Well, good luck tomorrow, brother. Keep us posted for sure. Matt from Mo's Mind is here. What is up, Matt? Matt is forever working on some new stuff. We talked about something earlier today. It was very good. It was excellent, in fact, and I know what he settles in on there is gonna be great. Our carded king, Kalel 327 is here. He's sending well wishes to Naga Hide's Hog Fat. Cal, you have this Firefly, right? I know I saw some other names here. Pop Cold Frenzy in the house. What is up, my brother? Make sure you are following Pop Cold Frenzy on Twitter. My dude is the gateway to every good deal that is out there. If you're looking for a Firefly and it pops up, our boy Pop. I tell you, if you're scouring eBay, you should always check this for the boys, because I'm pretty sure they'll be looking for everybody.
I got my Destro for 50, I think, through Pop.
Perfect. 100%. Nice. Great. My brother Abby from Figure Fight Club is here. What is up, Abby? Tuesday, I made my triumphant return to their awesome open mic night. I was going every week for seemed like almost 2 months or so, and then the remodel, some things took over, consistently doing the show on Sunday and then Monday with Mark, and so I hadn't been on in a while, but it was awesome to be back. It was good to see the boys and everybody over there. Abby, thank you for always being such a gracious host. I appreciate you. Make sure you check out. They have a show. There's shows all week. It's Decepticast is on Monday. The open mic night is on Tuesday. Lou is doing the Taking the Shot show on Thursday. The Plastic Journey is on Friday, where they bring somebody in. I think this week you guys are doing like just a co-host jam, right? It's just all you boys talking about all the new stuff. So make sure you're checking what they got going on over there. They are awesome. And let's see. Oh, Big A Davis here. What is up, my brother? Glad you can make it. Dave, I owe you a text message, brother. I know I feel like we were in the middle of talking about something with that new account, and I fucking disappeared, which I'm sure everybody's got a story of that by now. He says, yes, I do, and the Hot Toys and the 3-0. That is the best 112 skill figure out there. Good. So our carded king and collector extraordinaire agrees with me that this is it. Like I, having been spent this whole year laser focused on 112 scale figures, and like even some of my articles for Serpentor's Lair recently have been about, like I wrote Wandering Eye, and it was about looking at all the other stuff out there, and this right here is absolutely freaking amazing. So oh yes, he said I want to shout out all the fellas here tonight, Serpentor's Lair, who registered to the Serpentor's Lair forums. That is awesome. Yes, make sure you are signed up over there. I know if you're following him on Twitter, there is a post with a link that'll bring you right there, or just go to SpentorsLair.com and get it all set up. But yeah, high praise from great collectors on this. I almost feel like I could take, like, look, okay, so just like this, like you get a hand like this where he's maybe throwing something, or just for dramatic effect. Like do you know how awesome that is? And look at the detail on the gloved hand. I mean,
that's pretty badass.
Fucking what? Holy shit.
All these things, like all these extras, force you to add to your hobby photography.
Yes.
What else do with them? You know, you're not going to change the shelf every month. I never switch my guys out, but for photography, I will.
Right. So there is one more accessory that I didn't put on him yet. Okay, here it is. So this is going to go on. Oh, fuck, I dropped it. This is going to go on his wrist. And this is one of the coolest things. So let me see if I can show this off real well. So here's the straps, right? Here's the back. These are the straps that'll go over. And then when you look at it, it goes right on his wrist like this. And Destro has one of these, and I didn't know it. But yeah, you open it up, and it's got a little computer screen on the top, nice. Keyboard on the bottom. All right, so that he can control stuff.
Are you telling me I never opened my Destro's wrist and it opens?
Brother, I had it for a month, and one day, I don't remember what happened. Look, because it looks so natural, right? It just looks like there's an extra plate on there. But one day, I don't remember what happened. I think I dropped it and it like half opened, and boop, there it is.
You kidding me?
Bro, so there's the wrist rocket. Oop, there's the wrist rocket side, which, oh man, I'm one step away from gluing these wrist rockets on because the thing is a little bit loose. Shout out to Paul Morales, hooked me up and got me in line with this. But yeah, so hold on, and this strap kind of falls off.
That's a nice one too.
But yeah, that the wrist rockets are amazing, and then yeah, this part right here. Again, I don't remember exactly how I found it, but yeah, that it looks like just an additional armor plate, right? But it's not. It's a boop, nice little thing. And when you put the fist hand on it, he like looks at it. Looks real nice for photography. Let me put that head down a little bit.
I was gonna say, how far does the head tilt? But you just did it.
That's pretty good. That goes down pretty well. Now I've got him arched, but even if I stand him up, that's pretty good range of motion. And it goes down so a lot of times you can put a figure straight down, but when you try to turn it, it goes up. Like, you know what I'm saying? That natural motion. This, you can turn it and keep it down a little bit, right? That's pretty good. I'll take that all day. That's definitely better than most. No, I love this. Also with the soft goods on this, it's like it just plays. So you have like the two-tone, right? So you've got a big leather patch with like fabric, the fabric on the legs. Personally, I think this is a tough thing to do to make it look right, but his boots, just a little bit of extra. Like, look at how awesome those fucking boots are, dude. Jesus fucking titty fuck Christ.
Those are nice.
And the beveled jewel, love it. So that is sweet. And then after I had gotten this, it popped up on Amazon for like 40. My brother Paul sent me that, and then it popped up on Amazon for like $45. And I was like, oh, I gotta buy another one, don't I? Holy shit, for $45.
Yeah. Those boots are amazing because they had a dull coat and a glossy area. Like, it's just
right. So much detail. 3 different textures on there. These boots.
Snake or the Storm Shadow now.
Yeah, I bet.
And him.
Well,
wait till you see. Would be nice too.
Yeah,
dude. I want a scrap iron. We imagine the goods where the thing. I mean, dude, I want a Major Blood. Where's Major Blood? He's like one of the best fucking figures that you can get.
I would be all in on those. I'd have to go all in on them.
100%.
I want a Zartan with the hood, and then with a head with just hair, and then one with a mohawk.
And I want a Zartan with blue skin. I don't care who makes them. Just give me a Zartan with blue skin.
Right. Look at that. And he's just got 100 little pieces that are like this. Different. So if you look, so you see how like his sidearm has an attachment to keep it up. You can, if you decide you don't want that on there at all, there's a piece that will go in there and it's just another pouch, right? So you don't have a tab sticking. It's, bro, there's for your money.
Hasbro's got to make one at some point because they're going to run out of Zartan figures to make, and
you would
they're going to need them.
You would think it's like that natural repaint, right?
Yeah, I mean, and you could do it. It would look so cool too, because you could. Or what you could do is, you know how you have the translucent green for the dyers. You could do him almost in like a translucent blue.
I wouldn't mind it.
Spins.
I'd buy a couple. I'd customize one to a little more blue.
Oh yeah.
If they wasn't so expensive, I'd customize one that I have now. I already customized a Zartan I got a few of them cheap, and I don't have any left to, you know.
Oh, right.
So while you're doing that, Dave, or Mark, I picked up a Dr. Rand from the Monster Force.
Yeah,
and
I love him.
It's a great. This figure is great. You add the little curl, you put a little Cobra symbol on him, and now you have Dr. Venom.
Oh, nice.
Oh, is that? Yeah, I may have to get another one because I'm using him as Johnny Quest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He
Dude,
definitely works for Johnny Quest, but he has one of the comic book looks that that Venom had at one point.
I can't believe it's an actual click.
Do you see that?
Yeah. Ah.
It is.
I've never seen a 6-inch figure that has the clips.
I've never seen it at that scale.
It's a fucking clip, bro.
I've seen it at 1/6 scale.
And just look at
scale, yeah.
It's amazing. Nothing can fuck with it. Here, I won't go through the whole clip, but I'll show you what it looks like with the straps over the shoulders. Because as good as he looks with those soft goods like that, when you add these straps, you're like, oh, okay, so there is the full complete Firefly that I know.
You mind if I grab my Destro real quick? I got
No, go ahead. So just
play with the arms.
Yeah.
See the bow.
But even having the texture and the color and the weathering on the arm, on his soft goods and on his boots.
It's insane. It is without a doubt. It's my favorite figure for sure. And I haven't even had time to really fully mess with it. What I think I'm going to try to do tomorrow, because I'm leaving for vacation on Saturday, what I wanted to do was take a bunch of pictures of it in different environments and then edit them and just release them next week. So I think I already said I started doing the thing where I just want to take pictures of things so I can keep one going and all right, here we go.
I'm going to have to, at Comic-Con, I'm going to check some of the boots and see if I can find one.
That's what's up.
That's amazing. Now I have to switch the hands out because I have them pointing with this hand. I have to have them going like this.
It's so nuts, isn't it?
Does he come with a pointing hand for the other arm? So like, on his right arm, so you can make him like where he's touching it?
I believe so. I'm not positive. I believe so, though.
Wait, what was the... I'm sorry, RA. What was that question?
So since the gauntlet's on his left hand, right? Does he have a pointer finger, his hand pointing with his right hand, so you can make it look like he's touching the screen?
I'm pretty sure he does.
I think he does.
Because that would be badass, too, because that would be a great picture.
Yeah. I love that they fit in. I mean, whenever I can get my hands on these, I'm going to get my hands on them. I think Comic-Con's probably the best bet. Like, we have Motor City Comic-Con twice a year here. So my best bet to pick up these Mezcos is going to be there. Because I don't want to have to pay shipping on top of it.
So you're in Chicago?
Detroit. Or Michigan.
Detroit. Okay, so do you go to C2E2? In Chicago?
No, I have not.
Because that's like one of the top 4 big ones now.
Yeah, I should.
You could definitely find stuff there.
I'm just getting to know people in the community these past couple years. So I will start going. I want to go to Joe Fest bad too one day.
I did too.
Listen,
I wanted to go
next year. Joe Fest, holler.
I wanted to go this year, but I couldn't make it. And then prices got outrageous for plane tickets coming from the West Coast. So I'm going to New York Comic Con this fall, and I'll be at San Diego in 2.5 weeks. So.
Oh yeah, when is the one in New York, RA? Because I think I'm going to meet you down there.
That is the weekend of October 7th.
Okay, really good chance. Is it a Saturday?
It runs Friday through Sunday.
Well, maybe if I get down there on a Saturday, we're going to do a live from Viper Den Studios while we're down there. How awesome would that be?
That's cool. If we can do it, even Friday night, my wife and daughter are going to go to the Harry Styles concert. So I will be completely free.
Gets what they want.
I know, right?
Sorry,
I wanted to go,
but
but
I keep getting up.
I wanted to go to the concert with my daughter because that's one of the things we do, but I got outruled. The wife wanted to see Harry more than I did.
Nice. Well, hey, you get to do the Joe Fest, and you said the concert's on Friday. Is that what you said?
The concert's on Friday, so I will definitely be going to New York Comic Con that day.
Awesome.
And then,
hopefully we'll get lucky because last year they announced at like the last minute that Cold Slither was playing.
Yep.
And dude, I'm telling you, I was supposed to go to that. like I didn't really fully understand. I was like, you guys, I reached out to Doc Sewage. I haven't seen him on Twitter in a minute, but
he hasn't been on for a while.
He was like, yeah, we're gonna be doing it.
That was such a fun show. Set.
And I was like, man, I want to go to that fucking so bad. And I had something happening with the business where I had to have a certain amount done by Monday morning. And when Saturday morning came, I was like, oh, if I go to this show, it's not going to happen. And I couldn't fall through on that. So that's what sucks.
The show last year out here in San Diego, they did it in a small club. So it felt like a biker bar club. And it felt like something authentic that Cold Slither be playing at. This year they're playing at a bigger venue at the House of Blues, but seeing them last year, and then they brought out Jim, Samantha, to do the finale with them, which was really cool because they sang "Truly Outrageous," and then she sang in on Cold Slither.
That's awesome. So right now they're doing the tour. It's Cold Slither, something Unicron is like the headliner. I think
they're
I saw
the headliners, yeah. And Jim is going to. What was it?
I'm surprised they haven't made Jim.
It's coming.
It's got to be coming.
It's got to be coming.
No market for it. I mean, it is a girl's toy mostly. I mean, I bought some She-Ra. I bought She-Ra. I got most of the female Motu figures. Not
right.
I know that they did a 12-inch. They put out a 12-inch one last year for the 40th anniversary. But it wasn't through Hasbro. It was through, is it Ramen that does the mask? Whoever's doing mask now, they put out a gem in the holograms, 12-inch. But, I mean, yeah, there's not a market for it, but you could easily fit Gem or the Misfits into, the G.I. Joe line, especially since you're doing Tomb Raider.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Lara Croft showing up in the comic book. I think that's awesome. Very cool.
You guys have
that comes out this Wednesday, isn't it? Or it came out Wednesday. It's the issue 330.
I'm pretty sure it's sold out. That's why they were like,
yeah, I'm pretty excited for Tomb Raider.
Me too. It looks good.
It's a cool idea.
I like the color of the shirt and the shorts. Right, looks how I remember it. I was looking at some gameplay the other day, and I actually haven't really played one since like the first two games, but I fucking love those games. I thought they were awesome. It's kind of pixelated and whatever still, but like you had to do some crazy shit, like jump off. There's one part I was watching that I remember there's like, you jump off this like cliff that's inside a cave, right? You can see the water falling. You just jump down, you splash into this pool, and you get out and you start looking around like this chamber. And the thing is you actually have to get back into that pool, swim to the bottom underneath something, and pop up in like this other room. There was no other game at the time that was like that kind of like where it's not a game where the little arrow is pointing you where to go. You got to figure that shit out.
I remember that board you're talking about.
It was crap, and you had to get multiple pieces, I think, out of that room to open the one door to get out of it, right? Something like that. But yeah,
see, here's the interesting thing about the Tomb Raider crossover is that if you own they obviously own the rights for the toy distribution, and you're not going to be able to put out a full line of it. We saw what happened with Indiana Jones. It sold a little bit, but they were mostly peg warmers, and there wasn't enough of a fan base that wanted it,
and they didn't. And a lot of people knew they weren't making certain figures, and they're like, "Oh, if I can get those, I'm not getting them at all."
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, I can't wait to you guys my Indiana Jones, but go ahead.
No. But so for things like that, even like Gem, there's not going to be a big market for a whole line of Gem. You're going to get, unless you're going to try to compete with Barbie again, but you're not going to be able to do that in this day and age. Monster High, which is another Mattel product, has trouble competing with Barbie, and with even the Bratz line that they have can't compete with that. So Gem's not going to be able to do that, but you can if you put her out in G.I. Joe just as a 6-inch, you can test the waters to see if it's selling or who's buying it, or and you'll get a feel for it. It's just like you're not going to do a whole mask line right now.
Do you mean just make Gem?
Right.
Maybe do a 2-pack with Gem and Jerica, or Gem and with a separate head and then you do synergy, and just just do a 2-pack of those 2 figures and see how they do.
Yeah,
see what your numbers are.
They got female bucks.
Yeah, you could do that do Matt Tracker and Miles Mayhem as a 2-pack in a 6, and you're going to see how it does. You're not is there going to be a demand for them? Maybe not. I mean, I don't know how well the mask line is doing now. I know that they just made a second wave, or they're putting out a second wave, but I know that. Well, I can tell you this much: Hasbro a few years ago at Comic-Con had a Hasbro museum, and they had all of their properties throughout the years, and they brought different figures in, or from the lines. And they had Mask there, and they were specifically asking people about the Mask line as, if we were to put Mask back out, what would you want? And I was there, and I know that half the people that I was standing there with said they'd love to have a 6-inch line, but then they'd also love to have the original line where you could have the vehicles, because you're not going to get the vehicles like that for the 6-inch line.
Right.
But you can still have the masks with the characters. You can do a limited run of the characters. You don't have to do every single Mask figure or vehicle that they did, but you can do a few of them, kind of like what they've done with Classified.
I would take it. I'd be interested.
With the Energon Verse, you have it set up where you can do the crossover very easily. We've already seen Matt Tracker, in the G.I. Joe line at one point.
Right. Well, something else I want to talk about real quick before we move on, figures wise, is a lot of people have had a lot to say about this guy, and I just wanted to talk about him real quick. So
hasn't come yet.
I was very critical. I was like, the price really is a lot. But after getting it, I feel better about it. I still think it's a little too pricey, but first of all, this enormous sword is absurd, and I love every single second of it.
Is that as tall as he is?
It is basically as tall as he is. Yes. That was one of the first things I did. It is like, if I put them both on the ground like that, it rides just over his shoulder thing. It's fucking pretty.
So it's
cool.
Almost a true broadsword.
It is, yes. And if you looked with this part here for, sometimes if depending on the catch, like it's pretty dope. I have to say that while just a piece of plastic, it's actually pretty cool. The figure itself.
I've been charged for mine, but I haven't shipped it yet, or they haven't shipped it yet.
Well, I canceled my Pulse one and got this one off of Amazon, and
that's why.
They charged my card, and then immediately were like, oh, yeah, it's not going to be here July 3rd. It's going to be here July 23rd. And I was like, no. Give me my money back, and I'll order it from a different vendor on your site. I was like, I can have it tomorrow on these other things. They called wherever it was and overnighted it to me with UPS. So I was like, all right, good job, guys.
That's what they did with with Professor Rockclaw. Amazon was shipping it almost a month before
which is just insane. Don't even get me started. Yeah. So this, I wish, was, after looking at that Firefly soft goods, this is like, wow, okay. I wish they had done it a little differently. I like the 1 point on the cape, don't get me wrong, but it's just, it could have been better. This is fine. I wish there was a little more detail in there. I think that's a big part that they could have did a little better. I like the multi-tone, the gloss, the matte, alternating back and forth. It adds a lot of depth dimension. His boots are kind of ceremonial, and I think that's cool. It does come with heads, the shield or whatever, but the most talked about,
is that the pimp head, or is that a new mold?
I think they're both new molds. Well, one of them is. The screaming one is definitely a new mold. I got to be honest with you, I'm not sure about that one. Somebody in the chat probably knows. But the talk of the town is this guy. Now, it's much bigger than you think, but at the same time, it didn't need to be. If you took the wings off, like just stop right there, that's how big it was in the comics. It didn't have these extra things, right? You could have made it kind of flow with that. All the thrusters are on that part. Maybe if you took that off and took some of those missiles away, could have lowered that cost, and I would have loved it just the same. It would have been a little more accurate. I think my biggest gripe is this shit. So it doesn't go up and down. It only goes side to side, but doesn't that look like 3D printed? It's like, oh, and a missile falls off. It looks a little more, I just wish it had more detail and just looked better. I don't know. Maybe I don't even necessarily need it to go up and down as much as I think these just look like
They're
cheesy.
ugly. They're ugly.
Yeah.
Right. And just like
Something off about that, and they're too big. It's too big.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Cal though. The cape should have been wired. They should. They could have done like they do with some of the Star Wars ones, that with the wired capes.
Like the thighs. The thigh weirdness is weird. It's,
right.
It's just weird.
So overall, like I'm trying to be just, like I have it. I already paid for it. I can't fucking change it. So I'm gonna be happy with it, with what I got.
You take that off and it's a little better, or you make that a lot smaller and it's a lot better.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Totally
if
agree.
they didn't put the wings on it, like right here, take the wings off and it looks just like it did in the comic book. I don't know why they.
Even if you left the wings but took off the big cannon thing in the front and made it more of like a Gatling gun style, it would have been better.
I would have liked that. I mean, it was definitely a dual gun in the front, and that's fine. But it just looks, I don't know. It just looks cheesy to me. Like the barrels, it don't look right. Right.
The gun set looks almost like it's its own vehicle by itself.
Yeah. Right. This is cool. I'll take that. He does like sit okay in the seat. I'm not going to take the time to put his hands on it, but he does sit, and looks fine. And I do like these things. It makes it so he's not just wide open out there, like completely.
The ammo belts are ugly too. They're silver.
Yes.
Yep.
Not a lot of. There's just some cuts on them.
It's like flat. It's all
why
flat.
silver all of a sudden.
Right.
Which is weird because they already have ammo belts made from the All Striker and from the other things.
Fucking put it on there. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't mind the price if it was just a little more detail on here. And one of the things too that caught my eye right off the bat is you can see when I shine the light on it, see all like the little details that are there, but you can't see it because it's all black on black. I mean, would it have killed him to do just a little? I have a silver marker that I want to maybe just hit some of like the wires or something to like bring out the detail and the mechanics of it. I don't know.
You give it some weathering, some paint chip and
brush, a little dry.
Right, little something like that. But yeah, I don't know. But since I have it and it is what it is, I like it. It's Destro. It's gold-headed Destro. It's big. I mean, listen, the silver-headed Destro will always be my version of Destro, but you probably both at this point have heard me tell the story. I was on vacation in North Carolina as a kid, and I saw the Destro despoiler in a box. Now, remember back then, you didn't know about releases. You could turn the box over, and whatever you saw in the back, you were like, I think these are coming out. Nobody
just do stuff.
Right. It was like, who knows? I don't know. But I was on vacation. We were in this store. I looked over. I saw the box with the despoiler, the Iron Grenadiers logo, the G.I. Joe, and I specifically remember like feeling the chemicals in my brain hitting my body and just like, oh, as I floated over towards it. And like I also very much remember holding the box in front of my mother and being like, look at, oh my God, this is like a special that they must only have down here. You can't get it anywhere else. If we go back to New York without it, I'm never going to get it again. I'm never going to see it again. And my mom was like, okay, Jesus Christ, fine. Put it on the thing. And shout out to Mom. She bought it for me. And I did. I loved it. It was actually the Destro that I used for playing for like probably through the rest of my years. Now
Destro, I saw somebody in the chat ask if the front cannon comes off. Does that come off, or do you have to put it on when you first get it?
No, it was on when I got it.
It was on.
Yeah, I feel like
you could break it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. It definitely feels. I mean, I feel like if I pulled it, I could get it off.
Yeah,
but
kind of plastic.
I don't think it would go back on. I mean, like I gotta be honest. Like even somehow that looks better. Like I agree with Thano. These are trash, and the barrels are just ridiculous, and it makes it. And this gold part looks like a cheap plastic toy you would buy at the dollar store.
They never make gold look right. I always have to do something to gold.
Yeah, even Serpentor's Chariot was
Yeah,
I wish they could plate it kind of like they do. You know how they do with C-3PO for for
I took a Sharpie
Black Series. Oh, nice. Yeah,
made it look so much more realistic.
Okay.
I mean, they just can't do gold. It looks clear and silly.
Well, unless you're going to plate it, you're not going to, you're going to get that dull, weird looking color.
The swirly stuff.
Yeah.
My brother Roblox in the house. Thank you for joining us, my dude. Glad you could make it. What do we got here? Solo Sinner. He says, great story for Gold Destro with mom making vacation memories. Yeah, man. Listen, my parents were divorced for a few years, so they got back together, got married, believe it or not. But in that time, I know it's a crazy story. They were kids when I was born. My dad, they were like literally 18 years old. My dad loved to party, loved to drink, and at one point it was untenable, so we moved out. We lived with my grandparents for maybe a few years. Then we moved into this. We rented a house. And my mom took care of all of it. She did everything. She worked her fucking ass off and made it work. But then when I was like 11, my dad had a seizure on the beach from being up partying all night. But he was like causing a ruckus up there, so we got like a public drunkenness ticket. And he was on probation for like his 10th fucking DWI. And the judge was like, hey, listen, buddy, this is your last chance. I'm going to send you to rehab instead of prison. And he did. And after like day 15, he was like, I can do this, but I need my family. And so we went up, we saw him when he got out of the thing. He moved in with us, and that was it. It was tough sledding for a while because he's like what you call a dry drunk. He needed some assistance. He needed to talk to somebody, and he didn't for a very long time. And it was tough. But now he's like, by the time I was like 23, 24, and I wasn't fucking stupid, and I had to head on my own shoulders, we got very close, and he's like my best friend. So, yeah. And cool. I think I was 20 or 21 when they actually got remarried, right? So yeah, very cool. It's I learned a lot. You can learn a lot from your parents in multiple ways, and one of them with him was, people are going to make mistakes. It's what matters is what you do about it afterwards, and so yeah, I felt like I learned that sometimes you just you got to man up, and you may not want to do it. And again, I always look back and I think how out of my mind I was when I was his age at 23, 24, 25. Forget it. You know what I mean? So I think for the age that he changed, because he changed his whole life. He had all these friends. He didn't hang out with nobody no more. My dad is a very stubborn, staunch person. So once he decided that he didn't want his life like this anymore, that part of his life didn't stand a chance. Like if he cut you out, it's a wrap. Like you don't exist anymore. So yeah, no, it was it's very. I enjoyed telling that story because it rarely happens that way, right? Like a lot of times parents get divorced. Mm-hmm. That's it. They get remarried. They do other things. And I remember my mom definitely was like, hey, I'm what about these? What about this guy? But I do remember both me and my sister were pretty much like, well, we only want dad. But we really don't want dad now. So just wait. And then eventually something happened. And yeah. So anyway, family story time is over.
Hey, it's fine. It's a great story.
Oh, no, it was great. And it was, I was telling this, there is another interesting part. I was actually born in the garage my dad used to work cars on. So they lived on Fifth Ave. There was a Pizza Hut across the street. Dry cleaners at the end of the block where I used to play arcade games, but that was my dad's mom's house. So nobody knew my mom was pregnant except for my dad and my dad and my dad's mom. And so like literally she was living with her parents at the other end of town and woke up one night and was like it's happening and didn't want to tell her own parents. So she got in the car, drove all the way down to where my dad was, and he was in the garage wrenching on a car, hanging out with his friends. And my mom was like, I don't know what to do, but I think I'm about to have this baby. And she sat down and she was going into labor. Somebody went inside, called the ambulance. The first responder was actually a cop. So I was delivered by a cop on a rear seat of a van pulled out on the ground. And
like
yeah. By a cop. And so the cop wound up becoming chief for a few years. And when he retired, the local paper did a, front page thing. And right off the bat in the article, the interviewer is like, first thing I want to ask you is, in 30 years of service, what is the most memorable thing that happened? And he was like, 100%. 1979, I was a rookie. I delivered a baby. And he's like, I've never forgotten that. And that was me. So crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. And so we lived in that house for a long time, like all my early years. Like when I tell stories and in the Serpentor's Layers article, and I talk about the backyard and how I used to have things set up, that was there. When we moved out of that place, and then we wound up going, I lived with my grandparents. So I had like a whole bigger yard or whatever that for years. And then by the time we moved into the house after that, where they got back together, I had already kind of moved on from the collecting. The dark period had begun. But yeah, that's the family. There's plenty of more side stories, but that's the old broad stroke right there. So very cool. Yeah, shout out to my parents. They rock the house.
So you're 79. You're a little bit younger. Did you watch the second series G.I. Joe cartoon?
The DIC?
Yeah.
No, I didn't even know it existed until I was an adult. Swear to God.
I didn't either. And now that you see figures come out for it, and I'm very selective on what I pick up from that because some of them are just too silly.
For sure, 100%. No,
I watched part of it because I watched the original cartoon, and then I watched Dragonfire, and then
Dragonfire is fine. Operation Dragonfire, it's still very much DIC, but they introduced Python Patrol. Cobra Commander comes back to the battle.
I don't know that. I know that. I don't know if I know what that is.
So you can go right to YouTube, punch in G.I. Joe Operation Dragonfire, and it's like a 4-part miniseries that kicks off the DIC, and literally it starts right after the movie, except they don't talk at all about Cobra La.
Right. And that's the first time you see Destro in gold. Yep. Cobra Commander gets his armor.
Yep.
They introduce Scoop, Alley Viper.
I have it as part of the. It's just part of the. To me, it's just part of the second series because I got the box set.
And most people feel that way, or that's the end of the G.I. Joe series.
Yeah, I know. But
yeah, to me, that's the end.
A couple of years ago.
It's difficult. It's some of it's so difficult to watch.
It's funny is every once in a while when I'm writing or something, I'll throw on YouTube and I'll throw on the G.I. Joe cartoons, and or even on Prime they have Hasbro Legends or something, and they show all the old cartoons and things, and the DIC stuff comes on there, and it's just going back and watching the originals is hard to watch because you realize how bad the animation really is when you start noticing all the flaws, because they were trying to put them out so fast that they had so many different places in China that were doing the coloring and everything that sometimes like Transformers is the worst because you'll see Starscream change colors right in the middle of a scene.
Yes,
but
yes,
G.I. Joe
I know what you're talking about
too. Beachhead without his mask.
Yeah, I was just going to say Beachhead without his mask on was one of the big things.
I made that figure from that glitch.
Oh, that's awesome! Go grab it. We'd love to see it.
Watching him, you're going, oh, these are they're fun and they're nostalgic, but they're not great. And then you put on the DIC ones, you go, oh wow. Yeah, those original ones are really good.
Oh, really good. 100%. 100%.
Because the bad thing is they went downhill from DIC. Then they had G.I. Joe Extreme, which was bad. Sigma 6 wasn't that good.
All that stuff was bad.
Yeah. Sergeant Savage was okay. Oh, nice.
That's fucking awesome.
That's really nice.
So is that Tiger?
Perfect.
Take us through the parts, brother.
This was Tiger Force pants.
Yep.
The first beachhead.
Number 10 beachhead.
And then, I don't know, it's a Marvel Legends head. It's a Spider-Man villain. Someone in the chat will know who.
Okay.
But it just looked like, and then this is the cap that came with, what's his name? Nick Fury.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
I love it.
I painted it green. I also used this cap for that little alien guy. I don't know his name from Marvel.
Dude, I can see back there. You got shit hanging off the ceiling and everything, dude. I love it.
Do you remember the Dollar General shipwreck that was put out not too long ago?
I've seen it
after the 25th. There was 3 3/4 line that you could only pick up at Dollar General, and they have shipwreck in the sweater, the blue sweater, and then he's got the beanie on, it's a great figure that you could be able to do it real easy.
Right. I'm looking them up.
Is that they actually being at the Dollar General store, that was so great because I remember we didn't have very many Dollar Generals out here in California, and the ones that were so far away. I ended up going on a vacation to Myrtle Beach with my family, where my wife and I went back, and we hit every Dollar General between Charlotte, North Carolina, to Myrtle Beach.
What scale is that figure?
It's 3 3/4.
Yeah. Yeah, I that's one of the only ones I would want from that line, I think.
There were a couple others that were really good, but that was the best one.
Yeah.
Cal, I keep forgetting. I have to get you in the DM to get your address. We did that giveaway with Zaman, and I have like 2 books and a 3 3/4 figure to send you. Also, if I saw in a comment earlier, you were talking about you had been to the New York City Comic-Con, then dude, you should come down and join us. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna catch up with RA down there. That sounds really, really awesome.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to run into everybody, as many people as that we can. I keep wondering, if or anybody's going to be out here at San Diego. I'd love to meet up with them.
I'm trying to think. I'm not sure we have anybody from that side of the coast, but all right. So we're gonna slide into something now. I don't know if you guys saw it, but this is the release and the panel that's happening for G.I. Joe at SDCC. And so, as it says, give a behind-the-scenes look at what's next with BMAC, Mark, and the new G.I. Joe developmental team, which means they're going to introduce us to the new Lenny, the new Tony, which I'm very interested to see. I got to be honest, I was very kind of like Yojo June. I was like, what are they doing? This is like, I don't really like most of it. They got some cool stuff coming out, but I don't know. I wanted to be wowed. I finally got a couple of the figures. I got the Destro. I got the Night Creeper. I got Airtight. And if we got time later, I'm going to open this. I got my Dawn Moreno. And I was kind of like reinvigorated a little bit and kind of like, okay, I still love this shit. My brother Stevie sent me, I haven't opened it yet, but he sent me this. And as crazy as it is, I think it looks cool. I'm going to put that head on there. Anyways, SDCC, I'm excited. We're going to meet the new boys. The panel is also going to feature product news, surprise guests, stories, digital character renders, in-hand figure prototypes, and pre-order announcements. Maybe they're going to launch just send all the nukes. And I mean, at least that's what I would think that they would do. Here's the new team. Here's all the awesomeness we got going on. Maybe even here's something they're working on, right? So I'm very interested. I want to be hopeful. I think it would also be really dope if they pulled out what's his name, Danny McBride, and he said some words about the movie. It was like,
I don't think Danny McBride's going to be there. I can tell you this. So a lot of time what happens at Comic-Con is if you have somebody like Danny McBride or Johnny Depp or some of these other guys that are really big that are there for a certain reason, they can't talk about other projects. So they're there for a specific project and only that project, unless they're there on their own. But if they're there for, like Danny McBride's coming in for doing something else for Roadhouse, right? He's not going to be talking about a Paramount thing unless Paramount's there already or Hasbro has scheduling there for that reason. Right, this sounds like, from his conversation, it sounds like it's very, very early on. Like they like the script, but they haven't approved the script. So I don't think that there's going to be any announcements about this yet. Because remember, this was only part of it. It was like a 2-minute segment of a conversation he was having on a podcast.
But it was pretty interesting. I think the way that they got to have it signed, because the way that he was talking was that they're hopefully going to start filming next year. They're already looking at actors. I guess I don't know the process as well as maybe as you do, but it definitely sounded like, I don't know. I know that it sounded like he said all the right things to me, right? For everything that came up, shooting next year, and of course he's going to say he's fired up. Of course he's going to say Paramount is fired up. That's just filler. But like when they, he was basically asked about source material, honoring the comics and the cartoons, fucking love it. When he talks about G.I. Joe as a kid, he's like, I loved it over everything else. He said that, like, he made a funny, interesting story about how he's like, my son doesn't like my G.I. Joe toys. My daughter does. She's the one who plays with Gung Ho and Snake Eyes, indicating that he still has his 3 3/4 figures from when he was a kid. I think that I mean, again, I'm just trying to be, I'm spinning things that I'm making up off of what another man said. That's the best, you know. But
no, it's true. But there's a lot of things going on with Paramount right now where they're about to purchase Warner Brothers, So there was a lot of things where once He-Man was greenlit over at Amazon at MGM, that Paramount started thinking about these other properties that they have and bringing them in. And there's another thing is, just because they agree to something doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get made immediately, because in order to keep the IP rights, they have to get stuff into pre-production or they can lose them. So if Hasbro is coming, their contract with Hasbro is coming up, or distribution rights with Hasbro is coming up, then they may need to get something on the books that says, okay, we're in pre-production on this. And I'm not trying to say that they don't like the script or that it's not going to happen. Who knows? That's between Danny McBride and whoever he's dealing with at Hasbro and at Paramount. But there are a lot of variables that haven't been discussed yet, and there's nothing really in the pipeline from certain people I know at Paramount that I've talked to, but again, these things could be still in their very early stages, that it could be in development, and it sounds like it's in development at least, or in
right.
but not pre-production.
Right. Well, it's exciting. Nonetheless, the other thing that he said that I thought was interesting, and again, maybe I'm just making this up, but like, he said he originally went to pitch a Dreadnought movie, which means unsolicited, he was already writing. He already loved G.I. Joe enough to be writing something, and it was not just a surface thing. It was deep cut about the Dreadnoughts, which is fantastic. And then what the response by Paramount was also heartening in the sense that they were like, no, we need to launch it proper. We need to have let's establish this timeline, right? That we're like, oh, we're going to have this happen, and then we'll do the Dreadnoughts like later and shit like that. I thought that was, I don't know. It just, again, everything he said, very, very exciting.
That's one of the other things is that I do know for that there was an idea to do after the last Transformers movie. They were thinking about doing another a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover. They had all these ideas, and then they decided to put them on hold to rebrand it because they want to do a quote-unquote Marvel Cinematic Universe or DC Cinematic Universe. They want to do something where they can do an Energon-verse or some kind of inclusive Hasbro universe with their properties.
I have one request. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
And this is the same for all these movies that they do now. You want to make a nostalgia movie, you want us to like it. Please, just keep it consistent with the characters' costumes.
Yes.
And that is so important. They don't realize how important that is.
Right.
And a lot of that comes from the studios themselves wanting to change things, wanting to make it more of a mass appeal.
Focus,
and things like
focus
that.
groups.
You're
they said this is going to track.
Going to want to watch it, but because you got a striped leather jumper, like James Gunn does it all the time, and it really upsets me. Like, why did you put Green Lantern in a white thing, or why did you change what Hawk Girl looks like? Why?
Right.
Well, with the Green Lantern, they kind of went back to the early days of what what the Green Lantern looked like. They wanted to give more of a. He didn't want to do the Green Lantern, the modern Green Lantern suits yet. He wanted to give you more of give you Gardner's old look and give you a different feel to what you've already seen. I can say one thing about Gunn compared to like Snyder and some of these others is that he's a fan of these, and he does really
see that in the movie.
Like even Guardians, those costumes and stuff, those are, I should say, he was building to to them having the authentic Guardians of the Galaxy costume for the last film.
I know, but sometimes we want to see it. Like with G.I. Joe, if they make a G.I. Joe movie, you got to have them look like Duke's got to wear what Duke wears. Flint's got to wear what, they all got to it's not hard.
And that's one of the things that Marvel's been trying to do.
No.
Well, back when the X-Men first came out, they were originally going to be in their X-Men 90s costumes, and Fox said no, that's not going to work because no one's going to they're going to laugh, and it's not going to be believable with them in blue and yellow spandex.
Right.
But now, we've seen what Marvel's done. Marvel has tried to stay true, or at least to give you a homage to the originals.
Yeah, I like what would actually be worn. Keep it close.
Right. And
He-Man did a good job.
He-Man did I think He-Man did a great job with it. But there's also been backlash about that, where it's too much, like too nostalgic.
You're never going to make everybody happy.
You're never going to make everybody happy.
That's exactly what I was going to go.
But what they need to do is make the original audience happy, because we're the ones that are going to show our kids. We're the ones that are going to keep it going, not new fans. Why don't they just don't get that? We create the new fans by having children.
No,
for sure.
My daughter, who's 19, she just sat down last night and watched Never-Ending Story for the first time. She says it's in her top 5 movies of all time.
There you go. Have you shown her Princess Bride?
Oh yeah, she loves Princess Bride. We just watched Nightmare on Elm Street today, and
those are legit scary movies.
Yeah, I mean
that's they don't make like. I do think they made a Nightmare on Elm Street remake maybe 4 or 5 years ago. That was decent.
They did in 2010. There was one in 2010.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, with Hurley, with Hurley.
The dude from he plays the
Watchmen.
crazy guy in Watchmen. Jackie Earl Haley.
Yeah, I couldn't remember Jackie's first name.
Jesus Christ, I didn't think I was going to get that. I felt like I was joking at.
You want to talk about nostalgia? He was in the original Bad News Bears.
Oh shit!
He's the heartthrob that is the power hitter that they bring in.
That's right. Oh my God, that's crazy. Well, he was awesome in Watchmen. He's like one of the best parts of what is an excellent movie. There's a movie that did a pretty good job, man. They are on time with what appears to be, and dude, they almost did it panel for panel, like adaptation of the graphic novel. I think that's one of the most underrated movies, because whenever people talk about and it's hard to say that that's one of the best movies of all time, but it's pretty fucking good, man. I love that movie.
So it's funny we're talking about this like this, because the article I'm doing for Serpentor's later this week is what is a cult classic versus pop classics, and a true classic, and how nostalgia plays into that. Part of the problem with He-Man is most of the you saw that the audience, the average audience, was somewhere between 45 and 55-year-old men that went to it. Families didn't go to it. Kids didn't go to it. Parents didn't take their kids to it. So there's really no connection with He-Man from this generation or the last 2 generations to our generation. There's been some cartoons and things like that, but there's never really been anything really to connect them. There's been a toy line that's basically a shelf warmer, a peg warmer.
Right.
But there's nothing, there's nothing that's connecting them.
But aren't movies done at the cinema? Like, isn't it a dying? Are movies like a dying thing? I don't want it to happen, but
honestly, let's see what happens with Odyssey. Odyssey is going to be the first thing to really let us see, because Toy Story 5 is done very well, but that's a family film. That's got a lot of history to it that people are going to go see it.
Right.
Supergirl is not done well.
Very skeptical. As a Greek man, I'm very skeptical about this Odyssey movie.
As somebody that is a
that's all I'll say.
Myth,
I don't want to get political.
Enthusiast,
that's all I'll say.
Especially a Greek myth enthusiast. I'm excited for this film. I'm excited because it's Christopher Nolan. I love the cast that's with this, but I don't know if it's going to do very well, especially with the way that we're seeing that this summer blockbuster time period's doing this year, because I don't think Moana comes out this weekend, and I haven't heard anyone excited about it. It's got like a 33 on Rotten Tomato or something.
What, Moana?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm
the live action.
I love the live action Disney's. I just love them. I love Disney. I mean, Aladdin is Princess Bride's probably my favorite all-time movie, besides like Star Wars and Indiana Jones and Godfather. That's all men's favorite movie.
Right.
Princess Bride, I'd say Aladdin is probably number 2. But like I said,
it's a great movie.
Say favorite. I don't count Star Wars, Indiana Jones, or Godfather. It's just a given.
I feel like Aladdin set off a bunch of Disney movies that were great cartoons for kids, but also had a little bit of zingers in there for adults.
Rob Williams was. I still listen to the music when I'm drinking.
And that was the problem with the live action Aladdin, is because you want it. It's hard. It's really hard to replace the genie. Will Smith did a great job as the genie in that. Don't get me wrong.
Sure,
but Robin Williams was so iconic with that.
But he did.
Yeah, and even the act. I can't believe I can't remember the actor's name that did it on Broadway was phenomenal as the genie.
Yeah, I heard that was good. I'd like to see that. I bet you I can.
And everybody, that's who they wanted. That's who everybody wanted to play the live action genie, and it would have been great. It would have been this nice little. Let's bring it over from that we already have something established. Will Smith, it wasn't bad, but the rest of the movie, I thought it was one of the best live action Disney ones that they've done, adaptations.
Not only can. Oh, sorry, because you cut out.
No. Go ahead.
Not only can young people really not afford the theater right now, why would you go to the theater when you could either buy it digitally or buy it Blu-ray for the price of popcorn?
Also, kids know
most people
anything too. So if
me, my wife, and my daughter to go to a movie theater right now, it's $60 just for the tickets, not counting another $60 or more for popcorn or anything else you get there. And then it's streaming in 2 or 3 months later.
Right.
And that's the one thing that COVID did was COVID showed people that they can wait to see the movie when it comes out digitally.
And save so much money.
And TVs are so big now. But let me tell you, there's nothing like seeing a movie in the theater. Seeing He-Man in the theater
100%.
was amazing.
100%. I went and saw He-Man by myself, and it was I did enjoy it. Dude, the last time I went with my family, it was $100. It's like $140 for the 4 of us, and we got. I brought in Sour Patch Kids in my pocket too, so it was like we got 2 popcorns. I think we got 2 of the big ass sodas, and we were just kind of passing them back and forth. But it's like we did. I feel like we didn't even get that much stuff in the concession, and it was 20. I think we might have been in a theater with the special seats, so it was like 25 a ticket. So okay, fine. To me, that was worth the $5 to have that better seat, no doubt. But I'm already paying 20. So holy shit!
Yeah.
Like just like you said, to get it, you're cracking around 100 to even get in the door. That's insane.
They're bringing both movies back around for the experience, and that's kind of nice. That might work for them for a while.
Right.
No, that's great. But we went and saw Toy Story 5, and it was a great movie. We loved it. We're getting emotionally involved in it. Unfortunately, there's kid that's running around. The kid's not bothering anybody if you're paying attention. But then the woman behind us gets mad at the kid and the parents and starts screaming at him. And one of the best parts of the movie we missed because the woman's louder than the kid was, and they're fighting back and forth in the theater. No one wants that anymore. No, you're paying a lot of money to go to the theater. You don't want to hear people bitching and complaining with each other.
Right. Right.
You want to go to the movie to have an experience, not to sit there like you're viewing it at your house.
100%. I just want to say what's up to a few people in the chat real quick. Brother G.I. Dave is in the house. Thanks for coming, my dude. Chris from Sister E Arsenal is here. We'll be showing off some of his stuff a little bit later. Thank you for coming. Bearded Sumo is here. Welcome in, my brother. Glad you could make it. Appreciate that. Was there somebody else? I thought maybe there was somebody. Oh, Melted Copper. I do Melted Copper is here. Or I'm sorry, my sister Melted Copper. Thank you for joining us. Drama abandoned his pals for his rebounded clown's daughter on a global adventure, overgoing his state away to Joe Fest. Now that a lot of you might not understand that, but I do, and that's fucking hysterical. Okay, thanks for coming, brother. Did I see Animus Levels? Where's my dude? There he is. He says, "No way, I'm taking my brew to the movies. I'd have to work concessions." Yeah, dude, that would be wicked pricey for sure. But even just saying the family of 4, two people go, you're spending $70. That's crazy. You know, you go
it's
to a
almost
fancy
worth getting a second job at the theater just to be able to go to it and get to discount.
Right. Actually, so there's a lady at the coffee place I see every day. When I went to He-Man, she was in ripping tickets, and I was like, "Don't I know you?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm the coffee lady." And I was like, "Jesus Christ!" And she's like, "Yeah, everything's expensive." Like, you know what I mean? That's just wild. So,
well, you know, Superman or Spider-Man, they're already saying its opening weekend could do 550 million. Those are the exceptions, and honestly, so. I think a lot of people are passing up movies like He-Man and some of these others to wait for. You're like, okay, I can't go see everything. I can watch He-Man when it comes out streaming because I have Prime. I'll do that, but I'm going to go see Spider-Man, you know, or I'm going to go see Odyssey, or I'm going to go see, you know, Avengers when it comes out because I already know these films. I'm familiar with these characters. And I know what I'm going to get when I go to see that type of film. When I go see something, you know, I like He-Man, but I'm not, you know, a major He-Man fan. I don't think I'm going to go see it in the theater. You know, and that's I think people are picking and choosing because when you think about it, not only are you're paying for the ticket, not only are you paying for the refreshments, you're also paying for the gas to get there. And He-Man came out right, you know, and some of these movies came out right when gas prices were at their peak this summer so far.
Right, which is nuts.
So, yeah, what are you going to do? Am I going to go see He-Man or am I going to work?
All right, real quick, G.I. Dave, earlier we were waxing poetic and singing the praises on this wonderful figure. I was letting everybody know. Thank you so much for scoring that at the Joe Fest for me. I appreciate it. Welcome in, Walter Wimber. Wait, hold on. Walter Wim. Welcome in, my brother. Thank you for joining us. Also, Lewis, the Cobra Asset, is here. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you guys joining on a school night. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I was gonna actually do this show on Saturday from the deck where of the house that we rent. There's this massive deck, and we spend so much time out there. But usually by 8, 9 o'clock, everybody's already in bed. You know, maybe some people walking by, and my whole family was like, "No, no, we're going. Can't you do it like a night before?" I was like, "Yeah, but we leave so early on Saturday. I can't stay up late tomorrow night and do it." And I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just do it on Thursday." And then it lined up just right where Mark was on vacation, and you know, so I'm sorry, Walter Wim. So that is my brother. He is coming. I'm sorry, dude. I couldn't tell if that was you or not. So yes, joining us on the 18th next Saturday when the show goes regular back to it. It's our Walter. I believe he's TJ Wim over on Twitter. He's coming in. He is a actor. Got a couple credits under his belt and is also a collector. So I'm very excited to talk to him. Oh, and I believe a veteran as well. I believe. Oh my God, I hope I'm not wrong on that. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, he'll be here on the 18th. The show goes back to regularly scheduled on Saturday the 18th. And then the following week, Saturday the 25th, I have the gentleman behind the account, Toy Picks Photography, over on Twitter. And so he's amazing photographer. He's one of the best, one of the top 5, probably almost certainly, maybe even 4. And he runs a nice channel over there. It gets everybody engaging with the pics. I reached out to him like 2 weeks ago and we nailed down a date. I think that's going to be great. I love talking to people that have these crazy good photography skills because it's always very interesting. So yes.
That's fair. Is Walter an actor out here in LA or is he in New York?
That I'm not sure of. I'm not sure where he.
All right, Walter can answer for himself in the chat if he wants, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. Good question. Let's see. Hiratsumo says it's pricing and also want comfort in the studio. All the things you said, I don't want a baby crying, and I wait a few days until it's done. Yeah, dude, that's the thing. And because I got to be honest with you, I think a lot as generations changed, there is definitely a difference in theater etiquette. people weren't as concerned with making sure that the kids are quiet. It's, oh, I want to go see this movie and I have this baby, so I don't give a fuck if this baby cries because I'm going to see the movie. And that's basically what it boils down to. Now,
I think people just don't give a
bunch of kids you're trying to. It's just unfortunate sometimes. You have somebody that's like, well, I got these 4 other kids and I want these other kids to see it, but I don't have anywhere to put the baby. And it's like, so the other kids not see the movie. You try to, but you know what it is. And Christmas history.
Dude, listen, my daughter was 1 month old, and she was sitting in a Bajorna or whatever there's baby Bajorns on my chest during Transformers. The first one, because my wife and I wanted to see it, and she slept the whole time. Right.
The people on the phones. The phone. Oh, there's that boy, star of the show. Let him in. What's his name again?
Ziggy.
That's nice. Wait, is that the same pupper that made an appearance last time, or is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Ziggy, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Was Ziggy got a favorite figure?
No, he doesn't. Surprisingly, he doesn't knock him over. He doesn't wander around the room much, but his hair is everywhere.
Sure. Yeah, I had an American Bulldog for 10 years, and he didn't have long hair, but he had the medium length. And those medium lengths are the worst because they like get stuck in shit. You can't just use like a roller. Sometimes oh man, it was. Believe me, I would have dealt with the hair to have him around forever. But yeah.
We have a puppy husky that he got a hold of one of my dinos. From
nice.
Oh my God,
they
just destroyed it. So I'm gonna end up putting it in like a tank, so it looks like it's still like being made, or like it's defected.
Yeah. Nice. So yeah, it looks like our brother has worked in LA and Vegas.
Vegas, nice. Yeah, Walter, hit me up on Instagram or something. We can talk. I do independent films, and I know a lot of people in the industry out here.
Nice. That's what's up. Love it. So yeah, let's talk real quick. Our brother RA has this is out there for sale. He's got a offer that we are putting on. Hold on, let me add it to the screen here. So why don't you give us the details, my brother? Oops, shit.
So I was trying to prepare stuff for Joe Fest, and I ended up going through some of my old drawings and stuff that I did, and I found a Sergeant Slaughter that I made back in high school that I based it off of the Hulk Hogan WrestleMania poster where he's holding the American flag, but I did it with Sergeant Slaughter. So I decided to do a cover and a con exclusive that I was going to take to Joe Fest and do it and give it out and or sell it at Joe Fest. So I decided that since I wasn't going, I would still go ahead and do it and offer it as a Joe Fest discount. But coming on here, I decided that since I have 50 copies still left, that I would do it for a 25% off discount for tonight only. So anybody that orders the book tonight will get it for 25% off with the exclusive con cover, and it'll be signed. And the first 10 people that do it also get a copy of my Dreadnoks Rising pilot script.
Hell yeah.
Which will be signed as well. Which, if they go to the link, they'll be able to see pictures of the book cover and the script cover, which I have one signed that I put on there so people can see it. But they'll get it for 25% off of what it was going to be sold for.
Nice. That's what's up. So yeah, make sure you are hooking up. As you saw, I have a copy. It's excellent. If they made the G.I. Joe movie based on this, I would be happy as hell. Like I think what I had said was, if I could have the G.I. Joe movie made out of that or roll the dice to see what they came up with, I would go with the Sure Shot and have them make it off that. Also,
look, I wrote that purposely to be a Hasbro cinematic universe and the what it would be like to have a G.I. Joe movie. Yes, and that's my first novel, Soul Reaver.
Yep.
That is a Victorian age vampire that steals the souls of those he consumes, and they commune with him during his adventure.
Nice. I love vampires.
It's a good
Yeah.
book. It's a good book. I
It's,
haven't finished it yet because I've just been busy doing a bunch of other shit. But I started out reading it and I enjoyed it. I thought it was fucking good. So
I always describe the book, my elevator pitch that, because in LA, you always have to have an elevator pitch for your script or anything, just in case you run into somebody. My elevator pitch for this is that Bram Stoker and J.R.R. Tolkien had a baby. So it's a vampire novel that is an adventure book.
nice.
Can you get them on audio? Either of your books?
I'm trying to, but I don't want to do the audio for it. I'm trying. I'm going to hire. I'm going to get I'm going to hire somebody to do the audiobook. Let's put it that way.
Well,
Nice.
I listen all day when I'm doing stuff. I take it a book,
Look,
a podcast, whatever.
I had a job where I was driving a lot, and
I can't sit.
so I was driving all the time, and I was driving like maybe 7 hours a day. So I would listen to audiobooks and it's so much better. And there's some of them that are so well produced that you feel like it's cinematic. Like even if you read the Star Wars ones or listen to the Star Wars ones, they have, sound effects, they have different voices, they have music.
Especially the abridged ones do. The unabridged.
The abridged
don't.
ones, yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I need an actor if anyone knows of one. Hey, Walter, maybe we can talk.
Oh, voiceover, right?
For voiceover.
GI Dave was asking the QR code brings you. Yeah, so I believe the QR code brings you to the website or to the
it brings
book?
you to the actual. It doesn't take you to that. Takes you to the actual purchasing page.
Okay.
So if you do that, it'll take you right to the link to purchase.
Awesome. Very cool. So yeah, that is the tap in tonight and you get yourself the Dreadnought script, which sounds amazing. Yeah, that's
the
awesome.
The Dreadnought script is really cool because it's a very Sons of Anarchy type look at the Dreadnoughts.
Okay. Very cool. And like if you look let's see here. It's perfect length. You know what I mean? Like I was considering bringing it because I read it kind of broken up. So I was considering bringing it with me on vacation to kind of blow through it again real quick because it's an excellent read. It's a
quick read too.
Yes, it pays homage to all the stuff you want to see. I really like how you take little elements from like everything, right? Because I'm trying to remember there was something from like Rise of Cobra. And there's all just these little things.
The Nano Troopers make an appearance, because they actually have a. I didn't just put things in to put them in there, like I put them in there as there's a purpose for them, and there's why they're there and what went wrong with them and things like that. There's like little hints from the comic books to like the movies, the cartoons. There's stuff in there for people that are Mask fans, that are Nerf fans, the Gem of the Holograms fans. There's all kinds of Transform fans. There's stuff in there from all over the Hasbro universe, and it's not just put in there to put it in there. They all serve a purpose.
Nice.
And, yeah, I mean, so it will read like a movie because there's a lot of dialogue and. The exposition and the narrative all set up what's happening, and you don't. When I read it or reread it, I don't feel like I'm necessarily being told a story. I feel like I'm being a part of a story. Awesome.
Yeah, that I agree. And I think the way that it's written, it like gives information without having to just like list of shit, right? It's things that come out in conversation, and I enjoy that. I kind of
and I did. I purposely wanted some of it to feel like it was a file card in a way, like you're getting that file card information for the Joe fans, but not where it felt like you were being taken out of the story to get the file card and then put back into the story.
Right. Awesome. That's what's up. We are going to slide into. Oh yeah, so I'll put the link up or the QR code one more time here, real quick. Get over, check out the book, get yourself a copy, as well as you get the money, you get the 20% off, and then you also get the Dreadnoughts. What is it?
25% off.
Oh, my bad, brother. 25% off, which is amazing. That's literally that's quite a deal. And
that's
and
a
also,
deal. That's only for you. That I gave the 25% deal for you.
Thank you, brother. Yes, that's for this show. So crack this out, and because you already sold out of it once, right? I remember you had to order more for the Amazon.
I've sold out. I've sold out of it a few times. Yeah, and
That's awesome.
I have an order that should be here this week of the standard cover, but the con exclusive will be here in a couple weeks, and as soon as they come in, I'm going to start sending them out to the people that have ordered them. I've had several orders already, but I wanted to save some for your show and then even for Mark's show.
Awesome. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah. So get your live from Viper Den Studios exclusive deal right here. Thank you so much, Rich. I really appreciate you doing that. So G.I. Dave says, so what do I do with the QR code?
You should be able to skip. It should take you right to.
I have to drop. Oh, so
and maybe because the part of it's covered.
I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. I'll get back to that in a second. So what do I do with the QR code? Put in Google. Is it not? Let's see. Is it not?
I also sent you the link itself. If you have that still.
Hold on one second. Let me see. I might be able to bring that over.
Because if not, the QR code, if it's scanned, it will take you. Yeah, it takes you directly to the link to purchase it.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Here we go. So the link is like a true link. Okay, hold on. I might be able to.
Thano, this is fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. I've gotten faster, so this won't take all that long. Here we can talk about. So if you read this first real quick, Serpentor's Lair. It was perusing the article I sent him that comes out tomorrow, and it sounds like he wanted to give us a preview here, and here we go. So as mentioned before, I talk about those years where I went from a innocent collecting kid to an absolute lunatic teenager. And this
with a raging heart on.
This is definitely it. All right, hold on one sec. I'm gonna have that QR code or the whatchamacallit in a sec.
I tried to give you different options just in case or so everybody had a chance to have an option if they want to purchase it or not.
All right, let's see here.
Oh, that's nice. Serpentor's Lair says that article is priceless.
Nice.
I'm eager to read that one.
Like it, brother. Let's see. Copy that and go down, and we're gonna drop this right here. That's Control V. I feel like a genius when I get this done.
We can build houses, tanks, and write books, but we can't.
Oh my God, it's crazy! It's crazy.
There's a link.
Right. I know. And then, like, oh yeah, here's a link. Don't worry, brother. We're all in the same boat here. Computers are not really my thing. Serpentor's Lair. Thank you so much, brother. I'm glad you enjoy it. And listen, I realized there's like 100 stories that I could, like, I was just thinking. I mean, again, we're here for collecting and stuff, but I feel like I've had a crazy life. And the more that I think about some of these stories as an adult who's got a little bit away from it, I'm like, man, I was fucking crazy. Holy shit. Well, good. I'm glad you like it. And hopefully we can send everybody off into the
was it Lifeline or there was a couple of figures that I ended up stealing one time because my mom said I could only get a couple of them, and I ended up wanting a couple more, and I stole a couple of those figures.
Nice. I think as a kid,
I was a mean kid.
I definitely remember trying to steal something from the CVS down the street, and I can't remember what it was. It wasn't a G.I. Joe. They had a small toy section, but they definitely always had G.I. Joes. It was something else that was and my mother saw me do it. She was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Back then, you could get like figures just about anywhere. I remember going to like a Rite Aid or to a pharmacy, and I got the twins
everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
That's exactly where I got the twins. Was at a pharmacy.
Yeah.
Well, our thing when we were teenagers, I'll probably write about this at some point, is there was a pawn shop in our town that would give you like $4 for a CD, no matter what it was. And so we would go to, it was the store was called Caldor. It was at the store at the end of the mall. We would go in, a buddy would take a backpack, put it on another one of us, and we would fill that entire backpack full of CDs and just walk right out the door. And if they ever came after us, we would just run, hop in my buddy's car and just take off. And we always got away with it. So if you come back with like, you got like 40 C's, now that's $160. We got a bunch of booze. We got a half ounce coming. We're all buying packs of cigarettes. It was like, oh yeah, we're partying for like 2 days on this. We did that.
Dude, I saw Mad Dog 2020 has come back now in can form.
Dude, whoa.
Really? I'm gonna have to get one.
Because remember getting Mad Dog 2020 at like a 40? That was like, it was like the cheapest stuff.
Yeah, talk about something that'll give you a hangover.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine getting drunk on that? And I drink. I don't drink. I drink maybe 2-3 times a month. But when I drink, I like to drink, and thing and whatever. But I used to get bad hangovers too. I started riding a bike during COVID. I don't get hangovers anymore.
Yeah, no shit.
It cured them. I ride a bike for about an hour to 2 hours every day.
That's good, man. That's definitely good. That's good exercise. So GI Dave has ordered a book. Apparently the link works well. Excellent. Thank you, Dave. I always appreciate you supporting the guys, our brothers that come on the show. You rock, bro. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Pop Cold Frenzy used to open the packages and take the weapons he wanted. I think that's pretty cool. 40s of Panther Ice. I do remember that. Boone's Farm. I definitely remember that. All like we used to, if there was girls that never drank before, you always had a bottle of that for them because they would always give that a shot. GI Dave says, my dad caught me stealing a figure and made me take the packaging figure to the counter. They laid it on thick, thought I was going to clink. Oh my God. Yeah. And Mad Dog 2020. Yeah. So that was one of the first, probably the first non-beer that I drank was Mad Dog 2020. We used to have this one store, Ned Abbott's. You could go in, 12-pack of Heineken, it would say right there, $7.99. When you brought it up to the counter and he would ring it up, it would come up like $25. And you would be like, and he's like, oh, do you have your ID? And you'd be like, what do you mean? And he'd be like, then it's $25, bitch, pay up. It was hilarious. Nice. That dude. And I think it was Ned. I think that old guy behind the counter, that was fucking Ned. It wasn't just the name of the store. It's like,
they would fuck you so bad for something like that nowadays.
God. Oh, dude, you'd lose your liquor license. You'd probably get arrested for child endangerment. Are you fucking real? Yeah. Oh, God. We used to have this one lady, Martian dude, what's up, brother? We had this one lady who worked at the Cumberland Farms, which is right in the middle, like 112th. Was the middle, was it 24 streets and 8 Aves, the Lansingburg, and then it was in Lansingburg was Hamlet inside of Troy. And so right at like 109th, there was a Cumberland Farms, and we knew there was this lady in there, Lynn, who was a crazy older lady, right? She was probably 40 at the time, but we were teenagers. We would go in, we'd bring the beer up to the counter, and we would roll like 2 or 3 joints over the counter to her. She would then ring us up for whatever. We'd hand her the money and we would leave. And it always works forever. Lynn used to, granted, we were, we would get our stuff, we'd break it all down, and then whatever sift was left, that's what we rolled her up. But she didn't care. She loved it. She'd take them shits, put it right in her fucking flannel pocket, and that was it. Flannels in the summer and everything. Pop Cold Frenzy.
It was like the Wild West back then.
Oh, dude, the vending machine.
Oh, yeah, cigarettes and vending machines.
Yep.
There was one in the Alpha Lanes bowling alley that we used to go to that one. And then finally the guys behind the counter realized that we were just walking in and kind of slipping over, like going in like we were going to the bowling alley, and then slide down. There was like a walkway that would bring you to some more lanes. And then we used to just like dip in this other doorway, use the machine real quick, and then try to run out the back. And yeah, they got hip to it. They chased us a few times, and the jig was up on that. So
GI Dave, we did the same shit here in Michigan. We would just drive around with beer, 4 guys, 5 guys in the car, just looking for, going by everyone's house to see who's home. You home? You home? No. Well, next house.
Yeah, we did. There was nothing, especially when I got to be like later high school, stuff like that. There was nothing better than going out and getting drunk, or we used to party in cemeteries because I was in West Virginia at the time. You hang out and party in cemeteries, and you get drunk, and then you'd go to Taco Bell and you'd get like 59-cent tacos or 79-cent soft tacos, and everybody would just put in whatever change you had and just get a shit ton of tacos and just sit there and eat while we were fucking drunk off our asses.
Nice. We have Oakwood Cemetery, which was, so like I said, it's 101st to 124th, First Ave right on the Hudson River, all the way up to 8th Ave, and up the hill from 8th Ave that runs like the whole way, or most of that town, is Oakwood Cemetery. I think it's like the third biggest in the nation or some shit like that. The home of Uncle Sam, the guy from the I Want You poster for the Army. He was a real dude, Uncle Sam Wilson. He's from Troy. He's buried in that cemetery. We used to. They don't do it no more because we all ruined it for fighting we used to have a parade that went to a chicken barbecue, and that chicken barbecue was just debauchery forever. And then finally it turned into massive crowd fights. A couple cops got their ass kicked one year, which wasn't cool. And then they shut it down after that. They did. I think like 10 years later they brought it back. And something else happened, and they were like, "Yeah, no, you people. This is why you people can't have nice things." Fucking.
Hi, thank you. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love the Dreadnoks parts of those books too.
Oh, nice. Okay, very cool. That's right.
I picked it up. Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm very good to my Dreadnoks. I love my Dreadnoks. So yeah.
Oh, this is.
I love my Dreadnoks too. You'll see. I got a whole special shelf for them,
dude. So I have to ask. And this is for everybody in the chat too. Did you guys used to have like bottle rocket wars or Roman candle wars where you'd fight? You actually hold them and you fire them at each other.
Not Roman candles because that'll burn the shit out of you. But bottle
that hurts so bad. We used to have like BB gun wars.
Bottle rocket.
Yeah, we had BB gun wars, and we had to outlaw pellets because the pellets would actually go into your skin where the BBs would just bounce off a little bit or give you a big old rash or blood mark.
Well, if it was a 10 pump, that was too much.
Oh
yeah, that shit. Yeah,
we had so Red Rider where you can watch the BB go. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we had it where you couldn't if you did too many pumps because I got hit one time in the ass that with a pump. I who knows how many pumps it was, but I know that it was embedded in my ass for like the longest time.
Oh yeah, no BB gun fights all day, absolutely. God, we were pretty vicious kids.
Oh my God, that's amazing how we made it through childhood. I'm serious, with the shit we used to do, and the fact that there were no phones, so you were out forever, and parents never knew where you were.
Dude, I like
you learn to fall by tucking your chin, and you just learn lessons.
Right,
yeah,
right.
You'd fall, you get cut, you just get back up, and you dust it off and keep going.
That's pretty much it. So, all right, good. I'm glad we had a couple people buy the book. That's awesome. We're gonna move on to what we talked about on the last show when Thano was here. Both of you were here. I think there was somebody else too. I can't remember who was it. Was it Roadblock?
I think
Conrad. Was it Conrad?
Was with us?
Was it CG? There was definitely a fourth.
It was
person.
CG.
It was CG. Okay. Shout out to CG. What's up, brother? So he was on it. We talked about, we just got to shooting the shit like we always do, and got to a point where we were like, oh, we want to do a walkthrough, but it's already late. Let's save it for the next time. So here we are.
While we do this.
Absolutely.
I have to turn my camera, so.
Nice. Dude, that's fine. I'm excited to see this. I'm looking at the stuff behind you, trying to figure.
Yeah.
Put you on the big screen.
I just want to give one quick shout out to G.I. Joe Customs with a Z, from New Zealand, and a lot of the heads and stuff that I have are from him, and I've got a bunch on the way too. And he's got a line of Predator figures right now that he's painted up. I'm sure you guys have seen them on Instagram. They're unbelievable. But
nice.
Yeah. So
I need to hit him up because I need to hit him up because I need a head that is kind of getting mutated into a dinosaur. That's a doctor. That's in the book. It's part of the book, but.
So should I get it started?
Here we go, brother.
Yeah.
Dan's going to give us a walkthrough. He's going to show us now. He doesn't just have like a bunch of figures. He's a customizer extraordinaire and has amazing shit.
The only thing I don't customize is the heads themselves.
Fair enough.
All right, so we'll start here.
Do you get the painted heads or do you paint them yourselves?
No, I have to get heads painted from other people. I have other people commission them.
Yeah.
I'm really like to stick to my scale. So these are the Sesame Streets that I collect because I didn't love Sesame Street anyway, and these are the ones that fit in with my 6-inch figures.
Dude, Snuffleupagus rules.
Yeah, I mean it fits in. That's the size he should be, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a slave to scale. This is one of my favorite scenes right here. If you can.
Oh, nice! Look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I had the cocaine bear in there at one point. I'll probably put him back when I move. I'm moving the toy room to above the garage, and then this is kind of a placeholder for that 8-inch figure that's being released. I didn't want to buy it that tall of a Godfather, but I will. I keep my Christmas up here, and I don't display it until winter.
I keep all my Star Wars Christmas stuff in with my Christmas decorations and put them out then.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing there. So this is like my Motu and Thundercats because I always played together with them when I was a kid.
Nice.
They were weird, so they didn't fit in with G.I. Joe or anything else.
For sure.
No, those are gorgeous.
I like it. Wow,
those are. Hey, go down or zoom in. Let me know.
Hold on one second. That
are you part of the club? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The Skeletor all the way to the right with like the big cape and everything. That is awesome.
That's from that.
That's from the movie.
The movie? Oh my god.
That's from the '80s movie.
That's Frank Langella. I want that. Holy shit!
That's where that is.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hey Thano, are you part of the club Grayskull on Mattel Creations?
No, but No, I'm not actually because I'm very selective with Motu. Like this is really all I have. I made that Black Star.
That's awesome. That Black Star is gorgeous.
Is that the guy from Golden Axe? No. Yeah. Oh, it is? Holy shit.
Storm made him, and he's too big for anything else, but he fits in with these because he's kind of an in-betweener.
Okay, okay.
I got him somewhere else, too. You'll see him because I got a smaller
the
version.
Mecha neck is awesome the way it's extended like that.
Yeah, I had to buy
that is nice.
Just for the neck. It killed me to do it, and he never went on sale.
No,
okay, so I guess
I kept waiting for him to go on sale to get it, and he never did, and then he was gone.
He never did. So I got some props. I like props too, but I don't collect
too
much. And some real stuff. When I was a kid, I grew up in the woods in Novi, and there weren't kids to play with. So I'd watch karate movies and go out and learn how to do nunchucks and how to swing swords all by myself. So I taught myself all that shit.
So that's the Disneyland. Yeah, you have the Disney Gauntlet, Infinity Gauntlet, the park one. Yeah, I've got that one too.
Not Black Series. So I thought this was kind of funny. I found this dollhouse in the garbage. I got another one in the garage that I'm gonna put in the new toy room too, because I got a lot more.
This is awesome.
The new toy room is 3 times bigger than the room that I'm in right now.
That's awesome. You'll be able to spread those wings a little bit.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna have so many dioramas because.
Well, you make such good displays for the figures, man. I'm excited that you got through. Wow, look at all the fucking figures.
Oh my God. The 80s. This is the 80s now, kind of, for the most part.
Dude,
nice.
There's so much awesomeness.
I don't know.
Wait, hold on one sec. At the top shelf, was that Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't paint heads, and the shirt's wrong because that's the body from Marvel.
Thor. Yep.
Pedro Pascal as Burt Reynolds.
Nice.
Okay. That's what's up. The slides.
This is either Gay Toys or American Toys or whatever the company was called that made the plastic cars.
Okay. Yeah. That's pretty sharp.
So Ramon's, Dukes, I can't wait for the real ones to come.
Dude, that's a cast right there. Is that Snake Plissken?
Yeah.
The A-Team.
Wow.
Yeah, back there I got Coy and Vance because they were the customs I made of Bone Luke until I got the actual heads. And Dave Wonder painted them for me.
Chuck Norris with the baby. I love it.
That Rambo's great
head
too.
still needs to be painted. My face still needs to be painted. I made that BA.
Did you really? That's a
Wow.
good VA.
Jesus.
I think it's from the body from the WWE, but
I was
Princess
gonna say,
Bride
I thought,
for a movie.
yeah, the Princess Brides are cool.
Yeah.
Are those the ones that they put out from NECA?
Yes. No. NECA has Princess Bride.
Or is it may not be NECA. It was they did a set.
McFarlane.
Oh, it was McFarlane. Okay.
Yeah. This head on here, and it's him from Excalibur.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the Legend
Tom,
Devil is one of my masterpieces. It's one of my favorite
dude.
pieces of work.
That's
I was just gonna say that is amazing because that is such a to me as a kid that was the devil. Like you had all kinds of interpretations. You could see shit. That was the devil.
Sending me another head, and I'm making one with the proper legs.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh man,
that's so funny. I was just talking to my daughter about Legend that we have to watch that because we're going through all the old 80s movies.
It's so good.
Legend. There was a couple things that scared the shit out of me. Legend, The Dark Crystal, and The Neverending Story. I was scared shitless of those movies.
Cold Slither.
I'd see that. The Dark Crystal and Neverending were my those are my jams. Them and Goonies.
Yeah.
I did like Goonies. Goonies was dope.
I like that Sparrow. Is that the one that that's the 6-inch one? Was it?
Yeah, I forget who made that. Maybe Diamond Select.
Yes, because I think that's the same one I have.
That's what's his name from Cold Slither. Is the other pirate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little kit bashed. And then I made that Conan with extra head, and I love this head on him. On War Duke.
Okay. No shit.
Yeah, Red Sonja's good too.
Sure is.
That's, I want to say Boss Fight. One of them. No, that one's Boss Fight.
Boss Fight has the properties for that, so yeah.
Yeah, I forget that one. I forget what one that is. Okay, so then WWE up here.
Woo!
And I don't know if you've ever seen a meme that says, if this was part of your childhood, then you had a great childhood. That scene right there, Andre and Hogan. That I was there. I was there in '85 with my buddy who we didn't know each other at the time.
At the Silverdome.
Yeah, in Silverdome. It was 85, 87. I want to say 87 maybe. Nevertheless, WrestleMania 3. So then the next WrestleMania after that, the next time they were in Detroit 20 years later in 2007, me and him were there actually together. So we were there together separately at first, and then we were there together. I saw
nice.
APA. Destro, do you guys watch wrestling? Did you guys watch wrestling growing up?
I haven't watched in a long time, but I was telling this story the other night. I'll make it brief. We used to go to when they came to my town. It was there was an arena, and they would come and we would go. There's a parking garage behind there. We would get this spot. We would get there first thing in the morning, and we cook eggs and steak on the grill and drink all day long, and then watch the wrestlers come in the back way, yelled out to them. They would be like in plain clothes with like their suitcase and shit. It was awesome. And then one year, like everything else, we ruined it. We went too far and fucking it. They shut the park garage down. But the last thing I remember going to was here in this town. It was a SummerSlam. Stone Cold Steve Austin drove the Zamboni right up to the ring, jumped in, Stone Cold stunned like 15 people and walked out with the belt. It was crazy. I never yelled louder in my life.
I remember that.
It was awesome. I was there. I was 40 yards away.
I'm very selective with my wrestlers. I only collect the ones that I loved growing up. And even now, because I only have one little spot that it's the modern roster, and I only get the guys that I actually like.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I have a little bit of AEW.
Wow, that's a lot, man. Is that
there's so many WWE figures.
Yeah, they are. They make everybody and anything they've ever worn. Okay, so let's go.
So I'll be at the Mattel booth a lot this year because my daughter's cosplaying as as the Monster High exclusive doll. So they always have a big setup for their WWE figures and stuff. So I'll try to get some video of it and put it up.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
The Harry Potter stuff's cool too.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So if they don't make cowboys for us, motherfuckers, I'm gonna make my own. Anytime I can
those
make
are
a cowboy,
sick.
I kit bash a cowboy.
Okay.
Anytime I can.
Love it.
What are you kit bashing them with? I mean, I recognize some of the
WWE
pieces.
Whatever I can. G.I. Joe. This was Deadpool right there. That was
Bring the camera up a little bit. We're seeing their feet.
oh.
Okay, there we go. That Indian's cool.
That's a WWE or no, that's AEW.
Sorry, my bad. Shit.
Yeah, that Indian is what's his name's head, and the pancake guy's body from Fortnite.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no shit.
So I like surfing, even though I'm from Michigan. So I made a surfer dude out of a wrestler
Nice.
that we won't mention because he was a jerk, but he's gone. I made a Hercules. You know, I'm Greek, so I gotta represent.
Nice.
So
did you see Boss Fights there's getting ready to be a new Conan cartoon that's being made?
Really?
Yeah, there's a new animated series for Conan, which I think may be one reason why Boss Fight has been building up their designer repertoire, because I have a feeling something big's coming down the line that's going to hopefully be announced soon. But apparently there's a big Conan cartoon coming.
I'm excited.
I'm interested in that.
They quit on us because Diamond went out of business during whatever.
Yes,
and
they did.
Now I had to make Tom Bombadil there out of Santa Claus.
Nice.
I wish they.
That's a great figure. I love that character too in the books.
Yeah.
I wish he would have been in the movies.
Yeah, I understand why he wasn't, but yeah.
I do too. I mean, and they shot some of the stuff, but then they felt it just slowed it down too much. But I'd still, with the extended stuff, I wish he would have made it to it.
Right.
Dungeons and Dragons is nice.
That was my actual favorite cartoon growing up. Was D&D. That D&D.
I was just watching it today. It's on
so
Amazon
good.
Prime.
It's so good. All right, so this is my favorite thing to do. You see all this little tchotchkes, I guess you'd call them. I don't know what to call them.
Yeah.
Okay, these came from like mini balls, those mini verse and mini brands, but I love it. Like I love accessorizing my collection. Like all these sweaters, everything, all these the cats were,
that's awesome.
Anything I can do. I made these brooms like with the molding plastic from the little pieces from the mini brands. So anytime I can do something like that and fill out my shelves, I really love it. All right, so we'll go Star Wars.
Putting that shelf you had right there with you had your Harry Potter and stuff. You have the witch, the Halloween Asajj Ventress.
Yeah,
you forget how small that the Black Series really is compared to the rest of the 6-inch line.
True scale, yes, true scale. Which I want everything to be like classified size. I'd be happy with everything classified. But true scale does fit motorcycles and stuff. All right, so now we'll real quick do Star Wars and superheroes, and then we'll get to the Joes.
Sounds good, brother.
I forgot about the stuff here.
Is that Bruce? Is that Jaws?
Yes.
Nice.
And I made those, Mario.
Those look
That's
good.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Dude.
They look amazing.
The Star Wars figures in the 90s got buffed up. Those are some buff Mario brothers.
Hillbilly Jim bodies.
Nice.
Holy shit.
And then here's a little
Papa Smurf got an upgrade too.
Looking swole.
Yeah. All right, so let's go Star Wars, and then we'll. So I did my Star Wars in order of movie. So here's the beginning, timeline wise. I know these ships don't really fit, but they kind of fit.
That ship right there, that's the Toys R Us one.
Yeah.
I wanted that so bad. I was going to get that for it. The only reason I didn't get it was because the cockpit doesn't open.
No, and it's more 1/18 scale.
Yes, it is. It's almost a true 1/18 scale.
Truly, yes.
Nice.
So awesome.
Was that Tarkin there a custom? Because they look more like the animated one.
Yes.
Or like the cartoon, the comic book
Yeah,
one.
and I darkened his hair when he was young from the cartoon.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Holy shit.
I don't know how I got lucky and ran into this at Toys R Us before Toys R Us closed.
I was going to
I
say,
have two
dude,
of
that
them.
thing looks amazing.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
It's huge. I have 2 of them.
Shit.
Oh, it's nice. I can't wait to hang that and have the X-wing chasing it.
Oh, yeah. Woo, doggy. I love the puzzle thrown in, right? That's
yeah,
great.
whatever I
Great
can do
filler.
to hide the ugliness.
Right. No, it's fucking perfect. I love it.
Okay. Well, we'll get to it. All right, so then here's just some randoms. I'll keep moving down. And then, the TV series is...
Bro, you can even move a little bit slower. A little bit slower.
Go back. Sure. Who was in the green tunic? It was next to Quinlan Voss. No, the other way. He was next to Quinlan Voss, the Native American looking Jedi.
I don't think I have a Quinlan Voss. Green tunic.
He's in a green.
Yeah, I do have a Quinlan Voss. Yes. Okay, that's the guy. Him.
Yes.
From Obi-Wan.
Okay, that's from the Kenobi series. Yep, yeah. He's the fake Jedi.
Yeah, and that's the head from Marvel Legends.
Yep. I've got one of him that I did the exact same thing with.
He's all muscular.
But I put him in.
No.
Yeah, I have the same thing where I put him. I used a Qui-Gon Jinn body because he was.
Who are all these guys? Who are all these guys right here that you're looking at?
They hunt Jedi.
Those are the Inquisitors.
Yeah, the Inquisitors.
Damn, those are awesome. I love the color scheme. It's like
it's just they're too small to put next to G.I. Joe.
No shit. They did look a little small compared to the guy.
Scale. Yeah, they're true 1/6 scale.
Oh,
go
no
back
shit.
a minute. You have another custom there from Rebels.
Yeah. 2 of them.
That's awesome.
Him and her.
Yes.
Oh, and what's his name? Wedge. Not Wedge. Is that Wedge?
Wedge behind Kanan.
Yeah, behind Kanan.
That's the Wedge from when he was a cadet.
Yeah.
Right when he becomes a rebel.
I love Mara Jade. I love the legend stuff. Man, I wish they would have went with Timothy Zahn's books. So bad.
I do, but if you go back and read them now, they don't fit with what was done with the prequels. Because according to Zahn with Heir to the Empire would have been in office or would have been in power for 50 years. Yeah. And they're like almost half of that.
No, I agree. It would have been a mess. All right, so this is like my Tatooine.
Nice.
Because Jabba's palace is attached to it.
I love that the Kenner you did the Kenner originals.
Yeah, those 3 are my favorite figures of all time when I was a kid. Those were my pocket figures. I took those 3 figures everywhere because of the color.
So they did I'm surprised. I'm really surprised they haven't done the Walrus Man and the Hammerhead like that yet. Because
I'm shocked. This is hilarious.
They have the stuff now for it. That's cool.
Destro, you know the movie enough to know this reference?
Maybe?
When
That's
the Stormtroopers killed Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
Oh, okay. Yes, I do.
Which you actually went off of somebody did a AI version of that scene, and where they had the Flame Trooper come up and do that.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right, so now this starts the original movies for me.
Nice. I love the Biggs.
Yeah, he's just a little short.
That's from the deleted scene.
Yeah.
You need to do a cami though.
Yeah. When the formulas, I know the formulas come to me. You can't. If I don't have a formula, it's very hard.
Have you seen the new Snowtrooper from The Mandalorian? How it has the helmet that you can change?
I didn't know you could change it, but I'm waiting to pick that up.
The mask. The mask has like 3 pieces to it.
See, this is what I'm hoping to do. A lot of dioramas like that.
I love the Dagobah scene.
Yeah. I'm waiting to pick that up. I really want it.
Ooh, nice.
I made Lobot out of this outfit.
Lobot is probably that's a good Lobot, but that's probably one of the most sought after figures right now.
Yeah,
I'm
why don't they make
surprised that they
Lobot?
haven't done.
I thought
Cannot believe they.
It was like Marvel Legends BAF, but I thought it was hilarious.
That's nice.
Nice.
I thought this was
That's
funny.
funny.
This Bolmar monk is 1/18 scale.
Yes, it is.
And so are these guys. But you know what? They fit in, don't they?
You know what? The nice noodles and that fit in because they can fit in because we really don't know a size of them compared to until they put them out.
Yeah.
Like even I think the original Snice Noodles was smaller than what she was in the special editions.
Yeah. Yes. Look at.
That's
Indie.
cool. The indie with the
Yeah.
Have you seen that meme?
Yes, that's what I made it from. That meme.
Nice.
That's great. That's great.
Oh, here.
That Boba Fett back there looked really awesome too. The one hanging out in Jabba's whatever room there.
And that was sweet. A bad buck. There's a better body Boba Fett than that.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
And then here goes Legends, like what happened after.
Wow. Holy shit.
They made him. I had made him myself. He's about to fall. He's about to fall.
I was gonna say because that was a great set that they did.
Yeah, I had already made everyone but him. Chewbacca's son.
And I see you did the Solo twins, which they just announced.
Yeah. And Ben and all of them, all the kids.
Yeah. Nice.
Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian with the just the helmet's pretty cool too. When he's in the plate suit and just the helmet. No, that one right there. Oh yeah. Custom.
Yeah, that was from the Bodhi guy.
Yeah, that's the Bodhi figure. So if you take that Bodhi body, you can make the Imperial Tech guys. With the.
Good idea. Good idea. I think I might do that. And then some shows that I didn't love. So they're at the tail end. But this is where they fit in anyway. But look at this.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
3 3/4. So I was fine with them not making the Rancor. If they weren't going to give us a Rancor keeper and the slave dancer, are you kidding me?
Come on now. That's just crazy.
Yeah. What are you doing? I mean, politically correct or not, those are figures we needed.
So at Comic-Con one year, they had a 12th scale Rancor in there because they used to do dioramas every year, and they had one before they announced it, and it was gorgeous.
All right, that ends Star Wars.
Nice. Love the Brave Star.
Flash Gordon was one of my favorites. I had to customize.
Love the Silverhawks. That was love them.
Actually, can you go back? I want to see those real quick.
Which ones?
Silverhawks. So I very few things grabbed my attention, and that main dude from Silverhawks. I just thought the suit was awesome. I thought it looked really interesting. Same thing with was it Visionaries, right? I didn't really want them or whatever, but when I looked at him, I'd be like, man, that is awesome. But that Silverhawk, I always thought that kind of played a little bit in my Joe universe. You know what I mean? They were just fucking awesome.
I can see that.
Cal said Lobot is Psych Out's dad. I never thought about that, but yes, that does work.
Very cool.
I don't know if you guys know who Odious is. Another YouTuber, Unparalleled Wade. You guys know, follow on Unparalleled.
Nice. There's love the Planet of the Apes ones.
Yeah, and then they stopped that too. What the hell, NECA?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They Live. That's an awesome Piper.
Ooh, that is nice. Look at that.
That's actually WWE Mattel.
Right next to
because they did the cinematic
Arnold?
ones.
Yeah.
No, they did a series where they had their superstars that were in movies. They did I think there was one with Cena and one with Piper, and I think they did The Rock from one of them.
Okay. This is true scale. Because like I said,
Those
I want
cool.
True scale. This is true scale.
Yep.
Okay? Not that big one NECA made.
Yep. It was funny. ET is true scale too, and you wouldn't think
in my mind, all these guys are true scale. Look again, Super 7. They drop a line just like the D and you know, why do I have 4 figures I paid $60 a piece for, and you stop the line?
Oh,
have you seen the new Star Trek ones that are coming out?
Yeah, these are them.
I've definitely seen you complain about that, Thano, that, you know, you get all into a line, you buy a bunch of figures, and you're like, wait a minute, but I don't get to it. Right. It seems a little crazy.
I only have a few turtles.
Are awesome.
I'm not big because I was getting into girls and partying as Turtles was getting, you know, so it was the end of my collecting days.
Same. I actually had.
My brother was big into Turtles, so I was familiar with the line.
I was
never got into Power Rangers.
Yeah, I was too old for them. Okay, this is the what do you call it? World.
The Savage Land.
Savage Land.
Marvel Savage Land.
All right, there's a lot of customs in here.
Nice, yeah.
Hey, Mike. Steve Irwin.
Ooh, dude, you had some Land of the Lost. You had Land of the Lost.
I love Steve Irwin. I thought that dude was fucking fantastic.
He was such a good human being. It's such a shame. What a good human being.
And like the first time I ever saw it, and not to derail, but I was like, what is this guy doing? They had this big 14-foot, like 2,800-pound crocodile, and the guy's like, wait, you're not gonna trank it? And he was like, nah, because it'll get off. And it just jumped on top of this fucking crocodile, thrashed around with it, and I'm like, yo, that dude will pretzel you up so fast, your fucking head will spin.
All these hunters, most of them are Joes.
G.I. Dave, come on, the Yuzong Vong, that was. We don't talk about the Yuzong Vong.
I don't really like the Yuzong Vong stories that they came in. That's when canon, the legends kind of started getting bad.
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
now,
I didn't.
Why
you got to kill off all the kids and turn them dark side? I mean, you have to.
I just, I wanted to like that because it was something different. It was adding, some new element to it. But oh my God, no.
Okay, so what I got going on here, these are figures that are characters from different costumes. These aren't my main costumes. So there's a lot of the same characters here.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm pretending Doctor Strange is opening a portal to fight Galactus.
Nice.
Okay, and he's bringing everyone he can from all the multiverse, and that explains why these different looking characters.
That works. That works.
So I can have duplicates. Otherwise, I don't like. I don't want to have 100 different of the same characters. I just don't like doing that.
Yeah.
I know it's definitely one. I remember as a kid, I felt that way. It was like I didn't want to. It was like the gold-headed Destro was like. I don't know how I got around that so easily. But like everybody else, I was like, no, I want just the regular version.
Yeah, just the regular version. This is a monster
awesome.
eye car, and it fits right. It's so nice. It's very dusty.
Yep. Hey, it works. It's an old car.
Okay, so I'm not happy with
Space Ghost. Nice.
I'm not happy with how big Fred Flintstone is. He's
Space
way too
Ghost. Awesome.
Go up just a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, he's way too big. I'm not happy with that.
He does look tall, right?
Yeah.
He
all right,
looks
so
huge, yeah.
Yeah, I got a few hanging on the ceiling. I got kind of a classic.
Nice.
Scene.
We're getting ready to have that battle.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Hulk versus Superman. Got to have that.
Yeah.
It's an ugly.
You got the Stan Lee.
He's flexing. Yeah. Okay, so Guardians, and I did a lot of custom Guardians. A lot.
Nice.
You gave me the heads. You gave me different bodies. I put everyone in the outfits.
I like that beer belly
awesome.
floor. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was good.
Love Cosmos there.
Okay, so some of these are like that's a Christmas ornament. Whatever works, man. Whatever fits in.
Yeah.
This is that black paint. Look at that.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Have you ever? That's like the blackest paint you can get.
Yeah, I've seen that advertised. Dude, it's absorbing the light right now. I mean, it's like
Fuck yeah.
really.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Nice.
I'm teasing Destro, you know, getting into the Marvel Legends. All right, so.
Oh, there's another Arnold. Fuck yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Frank.
these are
That
adjacent
castle's
to-
awesome. Is that the new one?
That's not the new one. The second,
Bless you.
the penultimate one. The one,
Yeah.
not the one with the shotgun, the other new one.
Okay, I gotcha.
Oh, nice.
I agree,
That's
G.I.
pretty sweet.
Dave. Shadows of the Empire is one of my most favorite books, too, of the old canon.
I love Shadows.
Actually, G.I.
Hey,
Dave, go to
G.I.
my website. I have a Shadows of the Empire story I wrote.
And G.I. Dave, there's a Shadows of the Empire on YouTube made by AI. It's about 45 minutes long, and it's fucking awesome. Dude,
Yeah, I saw that.
Ned, this is what was going to happen to Ned eventually, I thought.
I still think that there might be something coming up with Ned.
It could be.
Because, you know, he's based off of a real Marvel character.
Yes. Being Greek, I was always a big fan of Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
Nice.
So.
Well, then you should be excited because Marvel said Hercules still is going to come back.
Oh, good. So I'm selling off most of my DC UC, but these are the ones I've capped that were unique, and these fit in with the new Mattel line. So I'm probably keeping these.
Nice.
There's
some good ones. I mean, you can use them as super friends.
Yeah. That's what, you know. And so I did get into McFarlane, even though I don't like the height of them. But you know, it works because it was a full collection. I mean, they really went deep.
Oh yeah, that McFarlane line went way deep.
Yeah, and it's still going. I mean, look at this.
Is that Lobo? Look like a big Lobo.
Yeah,
it is from Dynamic 8.
That's cool.
There's a Mixoplex.
I gave him the guitar.
Nice.
Little Spawn action. I can dig it.
That Peacemaker is good.
Or Peacemaker?
Yeah. That's such a great show too.
It is a great show.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you've
got to watch it. It's hilarious.
Okay.
John Cena's hilarious. All right, so here we go. Last
Ghostbusters, that's nice.
So Ghostbusters, which I love. Absolutely love Ghostbusters. I'm not into horror, but I like vampires and supernatural shit. So I got some stuff.
Nice.
I read all of Anne Rice's
classics.
books. Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles are my favorite books in the world.
Okay, so if you like Anne Rice's book, then you'll probably like my Soul Reaver book.
Yeah, I want to listen to that one. Okay, so then, you know, it kind of gets a little darker, and then Egypt.
Yeah.
Ooh, Beetlejuice. Is that Beetlejuice? Or no, that was oh yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah.
Then you had the Crow. Then you had a Vincent Price. Then you got the pumpkin heads back there.
Yeah, I made all those. I don't know why.
Really? Holy shit!
I
Dude, you just rifle off customs. Like I've never made one.
Well, you've got it. Okay, this is my favorite custom shelf. So it starts with this ball. That was like one of my first customs that I ever made. Was the ball that, you know, and it's just a fucking foam ball.
Right.
Is that the boulder from Indiana?
Cindy, right?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
All right. So there's a lot of customs. She's a custom.
Yep.
I mean, they didn't make hardly anybody. He's a custom.
Yeah.
Ooh, white tux indie looking awesome. That white tux indie looks crazy.
The Nazi bro dude is awesome.
That is awesome. Wait. Is that Brunson? Is who's the ball guy with his shirt off?
He's
the guy Indy fights in front of the plane. in
Yeah.
Raiders.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I made him too.
God, that looks so good. The Magi guy looks amazing.
Yeah.
If I'm saying that right.
Yeah. Magi. All right, so Dester, you guys ready to get into Joe's?
Let's do it.
Do the Joes.
Okay. So you saw how this Marvel was. These are like mercenaries and shit and karate people.
Yeah.
It goes into Street Fighter.
Nice.
This is how my head works, okay? Because this is all adjacent to each other. So then Street Fighter has to go into all my ninjas. And I don't care if they're good or bad. If they're a ninja, they're on the shelf for G.I. Joe. And whether they're good or bad. I consider
Got a
him a
Bruce
ninja.
Lee,
He's got
see
ninja
that?
skills. That's a custom from a Foosh figure that they had made.
That's a good Bruce Lee.
Yeah, it's a good head. And then that's the same body, only with what's his name from Star Wars to make.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, I was gonna say you better have a Karate Kid in there.
Right. Serpentor's Lair asks where the soups are. Do you have any figures from the boys?
No, one. I have two of them. I have. Yeah, they're so hard to see because.
That's okay.
Way back in there.
All right.
Homelander and what's her name? I never really watched. I haven't finished that show yet.
That's a good one. People don't like the ending, but it's a little bit different than the comic book, but it's good.
Right. So more ninjas. I made him. Dude, that Budo figure that they made had so many parts. I think I made 2 or 3 ninjas off of him.
Well, here's the thing. That Budo begs the question, like, why can't we get shit like this with every figure? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So I took the Budo head, the extra one, and made a custom figure for myself as a Dreadnought.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no, okay. I'll take that.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
Tatted him up, and he's got the Dreadnought, cut.
I'm gonna have to get the shipwreck head from that upcoming 2-pack because it bears a striking resemblance to me. Laser Pants pointed it out when I was on his show maybe 2 months ago. We were talking about that. They just dropped those pictures, and he was like, what's this? And he pulled it up on the screen. I was like, yo, I'm gonna make myself a custom off that.
This was one of my first customs.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Because he was always one of my favorite figures. And I got everyone playing with Cold Slither.
Oh, nice. The Hulkster playing the guitar. That's pretty dope.
Rock and roll, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
There's one of my first customs of rock and roll.
Not always all bad.
I did this custom of rock and roll.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
It's a custom.
He's wearing a Cold Slither 1987 tour shirt.
Sweet.
That's Thor's hair on the rock and roll head.
Nice.
Oh yeah, very nice.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot. All right, so here's my Dreadnought shelf. I love these guys.
Ooh.
And those bikes are the Hot Wheels, so they're big. They're not those little tiny bikes.
Okay, that's
These
what's
bikes
up.
are big
Nice.
back there. So everyone here I consider a Dreadnought. And even the Mad Max guys.
No, Mad Max guys fit perfectly with Dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
That Raptor is is so
yeah.
awesome.
Was it the motorcycle that came with the Wolverine back in the
blue one?
Crap. Was it had the red flames. I changed them to green so they would go with Zanya or with it was Zanya. But this fits them perfectly.
Yeah, that's nice. What did that come with?
That came with the Wolverine. It was the Logan with the hat. There was the toy. It wasn't the Toy Fair. It was Toy Biz.
I don't know how I missed that. Oh, Toy Biz days. All right, want to go Cobra first?
Sure, sounds good.
So, I love this.
Boom, boom, boom.
Big boa.
Yep. Nice.
He's a great figure.
This is where that Destro stands, the one from Mexico. I figured that's what Diamond, what's his name, looks like without the hat on, even though it's Boba Fett.
Okay.
So I love to troop build, but it gets expensive. So
Yeah.
I only,
Yeah,
you know, and Cobra wants you to troop build everybody. I can't be troop building everybody.
True.
I went 4. I go 4, and then like a squad leader.
Yeah. Yeah, that with the retro one can always be the squad leader.
And that's exactly what I did, especially with the Crimson Guard, the retro ones, because it's a little bit different color. Went with as the squad leader. The retro Cobra Troopers, the squad leader. Actually, I take that back because there is the actual officer who's the squad leader.
All right, I don't hate this Firefly. I do like the Firefly.
Yeah, so both of the early Firefly and Beachhead are different, and as separate figures, I think they're great. We have regular versions of them both, but yeah, that Beachhead is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
nice, very good. Dr. Mindbender, gotta have it.
Gotta have Mindbender. Cost a couple, when they want to be taken seriously.
That's right. That's right. Are those from GI Customs with a Z?
No.
Oh, nice. Okay. Those are. Oh, look at that globulus.
Yeah,
what?
It's a placeholder till they make globulus for us.
Well, brother, that's a hell of a placeholder, man. I'll take it. Right. Spoiler. It's amazing how big that Serpentor's chariot is. It's fucking.
It is huge.
So nice.
It's huge. I'm gonna fly it when I'm in the bigger room.
That's what's up.
You love
there we go. The 788, my favorite thing.
And then this is what do you call it? Gridiron Studios. I did to this truck.
Okay.
And did it to that too. I put the tires on that too. That's sleeping.
Nice. Whose head did you use on that driver?
Huh?
Whose head did you use on the driver?
Oh, Marvel Legends Power Man. Maybe?
Is that a Cyclops?
What do you mean?
The head, is it Cyclops with the glasses, or is it
Power Man? I think.
Oh, Power Man. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
You see him in there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I reckon. As soon as you said it, because I thought there was a Cyclops that had the red glasses too.
I made those little garbage bags. They're really easy to make. The sleeping bag.
Nice.
I found on AliExpress, and then my water people for Cobra.
Hell yeah!
I like the map of the Caribbean back there too.
Yeah,
that is sweet. Snake armor.
You gotta have something on the walls.
Do you guys see the picture of the Crimson Snake armor coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
All right, so these are low.
Isn't it funny? That's what we were talking about that one point, that a red one would be really good instead of doing the blue. We were talking about that on Dester's My Spirit Animal one time.
Yep. I heard something else about a different color one, a Dire Tech Snake armor coming, and I thought that's what we were gonna get, but that crimson one is cool.
Have you seen the new? There's a new Skeletor coming out that's like a green, that's like a see-through green.
See-through green, yeah, I seen him.
Huh.
I'm going to get him to make to take the head from the that skull head, or that demon head from the Dire, and put it on it and make it like Cristobal has made a demon.
Right, I'm with it.
All right, here's my favorite Mario and Luigi.
Nice.
I made them from Bazooka and Recondo.
Go up just a little bit with them. There you go. Oh, nice.
That is sweet. They look like they're ready for business.
Bazooka and Recon are perfect for those heads. Those heads are perfect for it.
Perfect. Toy Man.
Nice.
From that one episode.
Yep.
Okay, so then that ties into these guys who sometimes work with the Joe team, in my mind. Okay, Captain America is kind of like an honorary Joe in my mind.
Well, you got to put Captain America with the red, white, and blue Duke. I mean, those two just go together.
Yeah, they do. Okay, so these are some of my favorite Joes, but they don't really fit in with other guys, so they're kind of here. And then I have so many Snake Eyes. I have a Snake Eyes on almost every shelf.
Right. Dude, do you know how many with the
I got Trump with Cobra and I got Trump with Joe. So no, I don't want to hear any fucking complaints.
right.
These are all my favorites. Like that's why they're prominent. And I love this. I fucking love this.
Yeah, man.
With his bow and arrow instead of a shotgun.
Oh yeah. What's the horse from?
And I gave him the white dog, McFarlane.
Okay, yeah. I was just gonna say because I've seen some people using that with the new Sundown.
This is one of my favorite customs. This is Desert Gun Ho.
Nice.
These are all my desert guys. And then public service. I got a lot of cops, a lot of different heads on them all. And I made MPs too out of them. I made a couple different MPs, which I really like. You could get him for $20. So like there's police dogs everywhere.
That's awesome.
And then these are some of my favorites too. I love the water ones. These are either Barbie doll or monster boats that I painted.
Oh, his boats are awesome.
I think those are Barbie.
Could be Barbie.
Dude, those are sick. And you got something mounted on the front of that one? Dude, look at how awesome that is.
Yeah.
Oh, that is fucking sweet. Little backpack action on there.
Yeah.
Dude, that is fantastic. Great figures in there as well. Stickers and the whole nine, bro. Jesus.
Yeah, stickers. I from now on, I'll only use water slides. Once you use a water slide, you're like, oh my God, these things are so awesome.
Oh, dude, forget about it. You can't, you can, yeah, there's no contest.
They don't peel, yeah. So I forget their names, but why haven't they made these two yet? Why,
Go back up. Oh.
I just don't understand why they haven't made them yet. They could easily use this body.
It's hard to tell why, but there's I think that like Flag and Cutter and some of these others they're going to put out eventually, but who knows why they're waiting.
Here's my Snake Eyes for the winter.
I can see some an Arctic Snake Eyes and Arctic Duke and them coming through at some point.
I just Duke is amazing. From I think Velverse, right?
Yeah, I got two of those actually. Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's Snake Eyes in the winter.
Hell yeah!
Sometimes we got to chill and have Killmonger fits in. That Killmonger fits in really well,
dude. So Killmonger, I took the head.
Destro, look at that bike.
And dude, that bike is
Burnout.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
So I ended up putting more hair onto him. I got the green stuff, and made dreadlocks for him.
I'd like to see.
But then I used Big Lob's arms, or actually, I used Big Lob's chest, and then I used the arms from the Professor Rockclaw, and then on this arm I had like some ribbon, put it around it, and then put super glue over top of it. Yeah, and then I used the harness from a Star Wars.
Yeah, that's really good.
The harness is from one of the Star Wars droids from Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's really good. There's another one of those Jeeps, those RC Jeeps. That one's all clean.
Oh yeah.
And then I got him from G.I. Joe Customs because they're never gonna make him. Customs with a Z.
I feel like I've heard too many times from too many reliable people that the family was like definitely not, and that's
what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame.
It is. Nice. Woo, my brother. I'm sure everybody is giving you a round of applause at home as well. Dude, how many years have you been collecting? Like, what is this to...
I collected as a kid, you didn't know you were collecting, but I was collecting. Then I stopped from like 16 to like 30. But it was all shit back then anyway. There wasn't really great stuff out anyway. I put my first toy room together at I'm 52, so I put my first toy room together at like 40 years old, and it had all my old 10-inch and all my 3-inch Star Wars and all my old figures. But I realized I love these new 6-inch, and you want to be able to buy stuff. So I sold off all that old stuff just to concentrate on the 1/12 scale.
Nice.
And that's where I'm at now. Although when I move next door to the on top of the garage, I'm planning on taking. I have the 25th anniversary Joes. I got the room. I might as well display them. So
I've got a box up here that's got, I think, 16 or 17 mint on card Joes, and then I have about 20 loose figures. All are complete, all of which were ones I was obsessed with as a kid, and I want to display those as well. I do like looking at the older ones because it does bring me back, dude. When I got that ambush figure recently and I opened it up and was holding all the pieces, I was like, oh, that's why this one was my favorite. The netting, the thing, because it comes with a rolled up piece for the tent, and then he has a separate piece of mesh that goes over his body. Anyway, it was very nice to play with them, and it makes you appreciate the the classified, right? Because when you hold the smaller ones, you're like, oh, this is cool, but it's nowhere near as detailed and awesome as say, this kind of figure. Oh, I got his arm all twisted up. He looks ridiculous. But do you know what I'm saying? I think that's what makes it so yeah. So I'm sorry. How long have you been? You think it's taken to amass this amazing collection?
So this size since Black Series started.
Okay. Wow.
How long has that been?
Black Series started in, I want to say 2010, 2012, right around then.
Okay, a little bit before that with the wrestlers then, because those were the first 1/12 scale that I bought. I had all the old stuff before that, and I would pick up, like in my early 40s and late 30s, I would pick up like 3-inch figures of whatever I would find, superheroes or whatever. But it was scarce pickings back then, and those lines were all kind of scarce.
Right.
So
no shit. Well, dude, that seems like I'm actually trying to find the answer here to just confirm that. When did Black Series start being released?
So the first ones were, I think, put out like San Diego was the first one.
Yeah, it's you know what, dude? I don't know about anybody else, but Google fucking sucks.
2013. It was 2013.
So it was probably a little before that. Then when did maybe Mattel wrestlers? I were the first I jumped into back with the 12-inch line, and some Star Wars probably.
Because Marvel Legends was putting out 6 inches around then or before then too.
Yeah, those weird, with the weird hips.
Yeah, because they had the Toy Biz that was out in the early 2000s, and then Hasbro started putting out some that were early on. So here's a rock claw that I turned into a dreadnought.
If I get one of him, that's what I'm doing. Just something like that, because I don't like the reuse of some of the stuff that came with them. That's much better.
Yeah.
I like
those are Big Lob's arms.
Oh, okay.
Because they're longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit.
And then the lower half and this part are from a Fortnite figure that I can't remember where I got it. It's an older one.
And I really don't have much to do with the Raptor.
Yeah.
What,
no, it's
what is this part on him?
That's from the same Fortnite figure. It had like this weird mask. I had originally got it because I was going to do a Tusken Raider with him to make like a shaman, and then I ended up using it for him. And then on his chest, I added I found this little piece of plastic that I guess I broke it off from something, but I ended up putting it on him on his chest.
Yeah, I like that too.
And then I did his armband. I made it with the feathers.
Nice. Well, I tell you what, Rich. Someday we will maybe run through some of your customs and stuff, because I know you got a lot of cool shit over there.
I'd like to see your shelves too.
Definitely.
I started most of my customs. Most of my customs I did were Star Wars at first, and then I started doing some Joes, mostly like dreadnoughts and stuff.
Nice.
I love seeing people's shelves. Like that's the whole part of the thing. And a lot of people don't like showing off their shelves. And I'm like, I want to see your shelves.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
sure.
most of my stuff is sitting in bins right now, which I hate doing, but
I know, right?
you know,
that's happening for me. I'll start tomorrow packing up. Now that we did this, start packing up, and it's going to be a couple months before I'm up, and it's going to take forever.
Oh man,
yeah. We'll have to do videos once it's back up. We'll or once I got enough back up behind me and stuff, we'll start again.
So how soon do you think you'll start that?
The room is finished. The floor is going in on the 21st. It's finished. And then I have to box up all my figures, take all the shelves over there, get all the shelves up, and try and figure out where I'm going to put them and where I'm going to put more shelves. So it's going to take a couple of weeks just to get the shelves up. Then I got to take my figures that are boxed up over there, put them in front of where they're going to go, kind of. And then the fun begins of
Jesus,
wondering where I'm going to set this up, where I'm going to set that up. I mean, it's all winter. It could take me all winter.
Dude, that sounds.
But it'll be fun. But I'll be up and running. Like we'll be able to do videos or whatever. I just won't have a walkthrough ready for a few months.
Okay, no, that
is an impressive collection, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because I've had to. I was collecting like you. I was collecting everything, and I had over the years, especially having a child that is a collector too, that I've had to limit mine to classified and Black Series, and then certain figures that I like.
Well, it looks like I'm collecting everything, but I'm not. Okay, I'm very selective. Like Marvel Legends, I haven't bought any. I bought one figure. Out of the past 5-6 waves, I've bought maybe 3 figures of Marvel Legends. The new DC line, I'm waiting for Mattel. G.I. Joe, I buy every character I know, but you saw that I don't have a lot of the Series 2 characters. I don't have some of the, that I don't know them. I don't know them. They didn't mean nothing to me.
Right.
Super cool. The 80s stuff, very selective. Star Wars Black Series. I'm not buying every single clone trooper they're making anymore. I don't, I want what I want, and I only want one good representation of it. So.
At some point, I have to bring out for the clone troopers. I have an entire battalion of 501st. Even the stuff that Ali Express was putting out, the different ones. I have those. I have so many. Battle droids and stuff where I can pretty much do an entire scene of just
a war,
at least 20 of it on each side.
Yeah, and then if you put a mirror,
then I can make it even bigger.
Right.
I have a bunch of customs I did from both the clone troopers and the battle droids.
What percentage of your figures do you think are customs?
Me?
Yeah.
Or
no, Thano.
Oh, not even 10.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Well,
but still, that means it's still
unless you count just putting like some silver dots on like the buttons where they should have put paint apps on Joe's.
Right.
Okay, right.
Listen, the Sharpie is my best. The Sharpie and blue tack are my best friends in this room. The silver Sharpie is on everything. Little belts, just so if you count that, then there's a lot of customization. But it's just like
chameleon. I weathered it up. I added
that's awesome.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, because it was too plain. I had to do something to it.
Too plain. That's what I did to this. Made it
my brother G.I. Joe Guy 84 asked an interesting question as well. He says, Thano, what an exception have you made? Like a figure you didn't want until you saw it in person, maybe?
There was a lot of figures that I didn't care for, or I bought because you just buying them in line, and then you get them in hand, like Sundown. And then I got them in hand, and I was like, oh my god, because I hated the boots and the shin guards at first, and then I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Right.
Ninja Force Zartan, I hated that as the OG character. I thought that was the stupidest one they ever made. And
right, but the figure's just too good. You can't say no to it.
The classified is amazing.
Yeah. Sometimes they win you over like that, but it's hard to know unless you touch it. Like,
yeah, for sure. Well, welcome in, Conrad. By the way, also. So let's see. We are gonna do. I'm gonna drop here in a link in the comments, and this is to our brother Matt from Mo's Mine. This is right to his Etsy shop. And while we have that going, I'm going to show some stuff off from my brother. So, where did it all go? Oh, okay. First things first. From the Mags line, which is Mo's Armament Gear System, we have the tablets. These are 3 for $11.99, and that is a fucking steal. Look at the high detail on those. They scale well, like everything Matt does. Look at the front. Look at the back. I think these are just super awesome. And when you go over to Matt's shop, make sure you're using Destro Designs 10 to get yourself 10% off. So there are those tablets. Also, we're going to have, hold on. I was supposed to remove that. And so coming up next is we have also part of the Mags line is the slings. Now they can be used as a 2-point or a 1-point. Right here, I have them looped one into the other. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3 tri-glides, 1 tri-glide on each end, and then you have a third one in the middle to kind of help adjust and catch. This brown goes so well with the Tiger Force Outback Eye. This is one of my favorite shoots. I absolutely love this. I think it looks fantastic. Also from that stuff, let's see, hold on a second. This is one of my favorite things. This is the Outpost. Here you've got, Roadblock and his Ma Deuce and Beachhead covering the flank. And you cannot get more bang for your buck from this Outpost, right? I think the Outpost is just there's so much that you can do with it dial-wise and picture-wise and how great it is. It's truly awesome. Also, in that same vein, we have the Merc.
I love that thing.
That's awesome.
It really is. I've got that's the green one. I also have the blue one, which goes full night landing. See, I got the OG number 84 Firefly in there. Shit, I saw this Firefly was going for like $80 or something like that. And I was like, man, now that I got this Mexico, I'm going to pack that one up and sell it and go buy me something else. Like, holy shit. Yeah, there's a couple figures out there that are going for crazy money, and I just don't understand why. My brother Ellis is here. He says he's a little late. Don't sweat it, brother. That's for sure. El Cobra. Operative D in the house. What's up, my dude? Thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys stopping through. Let's see. What else do we got from Matt from Mo's Mine? I thought we had another picture. Man,
I have a question because I just got an email from Hasbro. Has anyone else gotten anything from emails from Hasbro about orders that they don't tell you which order it is that something's going on? Like I just got one that says, "Hey, I'm sorry that this order is taking long to get to you, but we're getting it out as fast as we can." But it doesn't tell me which one it is. So it's just like, okay, great. Thanks for telling me something's going to be late, but what is it?
Yeah.
It's like I order tons of shit from you guys.
Hasbro.
But it doesn't have a link on there to the item or anything. I'm guessing it's my Destro because I was charged for it, but I was charged for like 6 other things from Hasbro this week too.
I usually try to go by the price because sometimes they ship individually, even when it's like this
doesn't even have the price. This just has it's like a generic message from them about an order, but it doesn't tell me anything what the order could possibly be.
Does it have an order
it could
number?
Be a Star Wars thing, it could be G.I. Joe, it could be a Marvel thing that I've ordered.
You have an order number?
But it does, so I have no idea.
No shit. Yeah, I'm not sure.
There's no order number to way to check?
No, Thano, I can't hear you. I think we lost your audio.
Oh shit. Can you hear us, Thano?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You want to pop back out and pop back in? It sounds like he lost you. It's probably because I stepped out of the room for a minute. Absolutely insane. Serpentor's says, as usual, Hasbro MO. Operative D says no, but they're screwing me on my despoiler by saying it wasn't going to ship till October. Thankfully, Destro Designs tipped me off and entertained me. Oh yeah, that's right, brother. That's right. Yeah, no, God, that is preposterous. Here's the inside of the outpost.
Now that Thano dropped out, I can't hear you.
So come back in. I mean, y'all can hear me, right? I can't believe this does this. I pay a fair amount for this fucking streaming service, and we consistently have this problem. I'm pretty sure we'll get it figured out.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Check. Nice, very good.
You can hear me?
I can hear you. We're good. Nice, awesome.
Okay.
Thank you,
gentlemen. That was weird.
Appreciate it. It's happened. Conrad remembers when he was on. I think it was. I had Chris from Sister the Arsenal, Dan Salcedo, and I think it was Conrad. And it was an absolute nightmare. We had to have everybody come back in.
I don't know what happened, but yeah.
Yeah, it's this. Something happens when I back out or somebody backs out. This happened that one night. We had to go back and forth like 100 times. So this is the inside of the outpost. We got the backpack holders, 2 little shelves that, as you can see,
he's at the gate. Sorry, my wife's coming into there.
No, it's all good. A lot of awesome stuff there. You cannot beat the outpost. Again, the link is in the comments. Scroll up just a little bit. Something else from the mags line that I want to show off. This shield, I cannot wait to get one of these. These look amazing. I mean, it's like, he took the idea of what they did with the classified one. I think it came with Road Pig and Shockwave, and that shield sucks. The dip is on the wrong side. He has to hold it and then go around like this to get it out. It's so poorly planned. And the only good thing about it is like the little lights on there are fine, but this is better, way better. I cannot wait to get my hands on one of those. And something else here, we've got the Oracle, which is just amazing. There's that
Oracle's really good.
It's really nice, brother. And when you get it, there's a lot of detail on the base, and you can't see the whole thing, but it's one of his really cooler inventions. It's not as big as the Atlas, but it's just the innovation in it is amazing. So definitely check that out without a doubt. So again, scroll up here. You know what? I'm going to pop it in there one more time, just in case anybody missed it when it went through. We had a lot of comments. So there it is. There is the link to my brother Matt's Etsy. He's got a fuck ton of shit going on over there. He's an excellent dude. This isn't somebody who's just got a couple printers and he does this on the side. This is his full-time thing. Amazing customer service. You get your shit as shipped out as humanly possible. And it's just like, I really can't stress to you enough. If you're unfamiliar with Matt's stuff, just click on the link, follow over there, take a look around. And he's got a pretty wide range of stuff price-wise. You can have something high-end like the Atlas, or all the way down to getting a set of slings or tablets. You can spend less than $20 and still get something, or spend a lot more and get something really ridiculous. So that is my brother Matt from Mosemine. And now, because I backed out, I have to load all the stuff for Chris from Sys 3D Arsenal. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to load one up so we can see it. Sys3darsenal.com. You can use Destro Designs to get yourself 10% off.
Oh, that is ridiculous.
That's
how
cool.
Fucking amazing is that? And there's so many factions to this. Like if you're on YouTube and you can zoom in and take a look around, it's just endless awesome. He's literally built like an entire freaking world right there. I mean, how crazy is that, right? I mean,
yeah, that's awesome. That's
and if you're wondering, all of the walls and doors and everything
open
comes right through there. It's like you can order all of the separated walls. You got the footlocker, the tables, the boardroom set up, right? Speaking of which, I think we can get one. Boom! Look at that. I mean, holy hell! How awesome
is that? Is that Joe logo embossed? Is it?
I believe he uses. I hope I'm not wrong. Eufy Maker. So it is like it is on there, like without a doubt.
Yeah, that's really good.
Dude, it's so freaking awesome. I'm trying to think here. Hold on. It says new wall. Okay. I can actually, let's see. So that is like, there's so much there. The signage, the chairs, the filing cabinet, freaking all of it. It's just totally awesome. And you can get room stuff like this. So this is like a holding cell. There's a big one, there's a small one. If you take, bless you. One of the, as you can see the middle sections, you can take one of them out and get an even smaller one. And you just get a couple of those, you can put together. It just looks amazing. I'm gonna throw this one back up real quick while I
Guys, I better go. I gotta let the dog ice bin.
Oh yeah, that's all good, brother. Well, listen, thank you
I
so
had to do
much.
that a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
No, thank you, my brother. I
haven't even
appreciate you coming through.
I ended up drinking last night because we got done framing the walls in the garage, and
Yep.
all left is the drywall. So my hands were tied today. I couldn't do nothing.
Right,
so
right.
Oh, let's have some drinks last night, and so I haven't even eaten dinner yet.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
That's what's up.
11.
It's all good, brother. We'll be wrapping up soon anyway. We're just passing that 3-hour mark. But dude, thank you for taking the time to come in. Thank you for showing us your great collection.
Dana, that collection is amazing, man.
Yeah, I love talking with you guys. This is so much fun for me. I love it. Thank you very much.
Good. Well, we will have you back again.
Yeah, as soon as I have just my desk set up, the first things I'm going to do is behind me, so we can start.
Nice.
Doing again.
So hey, at Comic-Con, I'll get some pictures of the DC stuff at Mattel because they'll have the new DC line.
As soon as your book goes audio, I'm on it.
I will work on getting that audio done.
All right, awesome. All right, guys, I'll see you hopefully soon.
Thanks again, brother.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Catch you on next.
Be good, my dude. Definitely.
Definitely.
All right, so what we got here, this is a shot that Chris himself took. Looks fantastic. He's got Lifeline and Doc. So that med kit that you see down there, that's an insert that can go into one of the med kits if you've already bought it. Totally awesome.
Nice.
You can find this and so much more on cis3darsenal.com. You know what? I mean, I'm sure everybody can get to finding that, but I'm just going to put it on there. Boop, little linkage. Use Destro Designs to get you 10% off over there. That lets them know that I've sent you. So if you look in Doc's hand, he's got that little white, which looks like a bandage box. That comes out of the insert, which would be in essence, that bottom corner closest to us. If you go to the kitty corner from that, there's actually, I think it's like an iodine bottle that one of the other guys must have in his hands because that comes out too. So again, this is an insert. If you've already bought those med crates, you can get this insert to prop in there, dude. It's really, really awesome. Like fucking really, really, really sweet. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's one of my shots. Now, this right here is a perfect example of how if you don't have room to make big dios or get any dios, this right here, that whole locker setup in the back is all from Cis 3D Arsenal. The green ground is actually something that Mo had sent me from Matt from Mo's Mind had sent me. It's the actual top of the Atlas, this piece right here. But there it is. If you look at the black tubes with the what looks like the silver band, that's right between Steeler and Short Fuse. You can open up the tops of the like one row of 3. You can open those up, and there is a penetrating round that looks very similar to the one you see in the open face crate right next to it. So the open face crate has 4 of the Warhead style with the yellow band, but then the 2 on the left-hand side of that are armor penetrating shells. So they come, you can get those in that tube. Both of them are amazing display pieces. Very, very affordable.
Do they come in the tubes, or do you put those toppers on the tube?
The top, so when you get it, it looks like that, and then that silver part opens up, and they're already in there. So I think you could probably get an empty one and put whatever you wanted in there, but I think the mortar rounds are the ones that fit. The other ones probably do too. I can't. Geez,
gotcha.
I'm trying to think, but yeah. So those ones with the green head and the high explosive yellow band is just totally awesome. Now, one thing that's cool with this open face crate is on the bottom there is these little recessed holes. So those missiles are sitting nice and tight. So if you like move that thing around, the shit's just not going to fly all over the place. Like such a degree that if you turn it sideways, they would all stay straight out. They wouldn't flop down. So that I think that is really, really sweet. In the forefront here,
really good.
They do, don't they? Thank you, brother. So if you look at the green barrel, all his signature mission crates right there, 2 different Joe logos. What's below the barrel is exactly what is in the trooper's hand. That big green, that's just an ammo case. I have a bunch of those. I got black, blue, and green just because they're perfect fillers. You get like 2 of them for like $2 or something, and it's just they're really sweet. I wish I could get the file for those because I would print a bunch of them. And just literally have them stacked up everywhere in displays. But the barrel is totally awesome. So he makes actual like to the T, oil barrels like that. But then he also makes, so this one right here is in black. But if you look, if imagine, I have one that's the actual light blue. So like, if you ever see a chlorine, jug of chlorine, it's got that blue with the 2 white tops. Well, that's what this design is. It's got different rings, different spacing because it's accurate to the different type of barrel. You can put a ton of stuff in there. This is the kind of shit that's cool because not only can you use it in dios, you can actually put like a bunch of figure stuff in here, or just pieces in general that you want to, so I love and then the armor locker he set up in the back. There is a bunch of new stuff that he has for that. Thought I had pictures labeled. I don't want to, it'll take me a minute to kind of go through and sift. But this was a fun shoot. And again, I took 5 figures, set them up around everything from Chris from Sis 3D Arsenal, and again the floor from Matt. But it's an instant dio. It can break down, collapse, all go into a box. All available at sis3darsenal.com and Destro Designs to get 10% off. Something else that he has over there. I don't have the shirt down here to show it, but he's got merch to offer. All of these are amazing. So I have the one that's in the bottom left-hand corner. It's the scrap iron. It's a scrap iron. And then I think it's the dreadnoughts that are through the louvers. And it comes in a blue. I think the red one doesn't say Sis 3D Arsenal on it, and the blue one does. I think that's the difference. I am going to be ordering the one in the top right-hand corner. That the circle logo is cool, but the one that just says Sis 3D Arsenal across, that is in Seattle Seahawks colors that I think look absolutely amazing. So again, sis3darsenal.com. You can Matt from Mo's Mind says you can use that. That's up in the top left. So now I will be doing these advertisements a little differently soon. So it's always at the end of the show, and I'm doing these long things, and everybody's tired and not paying the proper amount of attention to the wonderful products that I'm trying to show you from Matt and Chris. I'm going to be making short clip videos that in the beginning of the show, maybe 45 minutes in, I'll play the video real quick. You'll get to see all the cool stuff. I can remind everybody that you can get these wonderful products over, at the respective places. Again, one more time, I'm going to pop because I did the other one. Maybe I can do it again. There it is. So here, one more time, I'm going to put Matt from Mo's Mind link to his full Etsy shop. Destro Designs 10 will get you 10% off from Matt and Mo's Mind. Go to sis3darsenal.com. You can use Destro Designs to get 10% off there as well. Also, just a quick, a pro tip. If you have Etsy Pro and you get free shipping, you can still order all of Sis 3D Arsenal stuff from there to take advantage of the free shipping. Destro Designs will get you 10% off over there as well. So that's fantastic. And then hold on a second. I think I still got oh no, it went away. Hold on. Let me we're going to put that QR code back up while we're wrapping up here, brother. So again, as a special live from Viper Den Studios kind of exclusive thing, our brother RA has given us this QR code, which I'm going to put back up on the screen. Where to go? There it is. Oh, the QR code didn't work. That's right.
You might want to do the link.
Yeah,
and I'll leave it live for a few hours later tonight, so that way.
Absolutely. Let me try to think. How can I paste something that wasn't the very last thing? Hold on one second. I know how to get this. I'm going to go back. So, how about
Mo's Mind? Well, since you're on here, have you thought about doing like containment pods or containment tanks? Like you can light up where it looks like you could put like a person or something inside of it, like mole rats or a dinosaur. Because I need those.
Do the ads as a Muppet and nobody will not pay attention. Listen, if I could do something like that, the one that you made with I had the Destro jacket and the beard and the thing, that was actually pretty cool. I thought that was awesome. Matt says, yes, I had a answer for the clear part. Didn't work. Still working on it. Good. Well, that's how you know it must be fucking hard then. So here we go. I'm dropping that link once again. This is we'll bring you right to the checkout for the novel G.I. Joe Protocol. Here it is. Yes. I thank you, Rich, for sending this to me. I think I got it from Amazon, right? I think that's when they were still up there. But
I think that one was it, or because I thought I sent you that one. Maybe I don't know.
You might. No, I got you know what? I got this one from Amazon. That's where I found this. So you can find this one on Amazon, or you have to look no further than the link that I just put in here, and then that's that. That'll take you over. You're getting 25% off from the show. So like Rich said, he'll keep it open for a couple hours. So if you're at work, you need a minute to do that. If you're like on the West Coast or something, definitely take a minute, go over,
and it's
grab
the exclusive cover. So it's the Sergeant Slaughter cover.
The Sergeant Slaughter cover. Hell yeah, that's super fucking awesome, dude. I appreciate you coming through with that as well. So the weekend is upon us. I'm bringing my ass to go to vacation. Rich, what do you got planned?
Nice.
Anything good, brother?
I got the article coming out for Serpentor's Lair, which is going to be very interesting because it's going to take a deep dive between what is considered a cult classic and what is just a classic, and should they be, what would be? I'll give you an example. Never Ending Story is a classic film. Some people might consider it a cult classic, but when you get to something like Heathers from the 1980s, that's more of a cult classic. But should these movies be remade or remakes? Because this is the year of the remake and a reboot or the sequel. We're getting with the Toy Stories, the Spider-Mans, the Masters of the Universe, the Mortal Kombat 2s, all these. Right. We're getting so the what should be considered a classic, what should be considered a cult classic, and how do they fit together? And what what should be touched and what shouldn't be touched? What are the Holy Grails? Should the Holy Grail be made into remade? I don't think so. I think some of these are great the way they are and the way they were and should stay that way. Princess Bride is one that people have talked about rebooting and remaking. I think it should be.
God, please don't. Jesus,
we're getting a sequel to Spaceballs coming up. Should we?
Probably not. It's going to be difficult. Is Rick Moranis coming back as
he is? He's coming out. Yeah, he's coming out of retirement to do. Which is already. It's already been shot. It's
okay.
Mel Brooks was involved with it. I have high hopes for it, but it's one of those things where, just like Jurassic Park, just because we can doesn't mean we should.
Right, right, for sure. I agree. I totally agree. So Serpentor's Lair asks about Ninja Gear racks. So you can get the locker set up, brother, and move those pegs around to fit what you want. But if you're talking more of a traditional like wooden rack where it's got like, little things on each side to hold different swords, I believe there's a space for some of those to be made. So I will mention to Chris that you were asking about that for sure.
But yeah, other than that, I'm gearing up for Comic-Con. My daughter and we're building her costume, which is a Monster High. She always does something very special with them at the booth. So we're doing that costume and just getting things ready for that.
Nice.
And I'm getting ready to start a new book called Summerween. It's a slasher, an 80s style slasher book.
That's awesome.
Never done that horror book, so I'm kind of excited to dive into that one.
Yeah, G.I. Dave, thanks again for ordering. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, G.I. Dave. You're going to love it.
The other one was Naugahide's Hog Fat, I believe, was the other gentleman that ordered.
Yes, he was.
Very good. Yes. Operative D had ordered off of Amazon. Nice. Popco Frenzies, that's it. Yeah, if the movie wasn't good, then you remake it to try and get it right. Otherwise, it's,
Operative D, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you like it.
Very cool. Very cool.
This was the G.I. Joe one was a labor of love. I think I did more research with that, and not just with the G.I. Joe stuff, but with like making sure that anything military that was in it was done right. Anything that had to do with the government or just Hasbro in general. I really made sure that all the I's were dotted and T's were crossed with it.
Nice. That's what's up. Love it. Love it. So let's see. Where else can we find you on other social media? I know a lot of us follow you over on Twitter. I think you're definitely over on Instagram.
Twitter, Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm in most of the G.I. Joe groups on Facebook that I know of. I'm also on TikTok. Rarely on TikTok. I'm trying to get more involved with that.
It's a lot of different social medias, brother.
There's so much.
I signed up. I got the Threads accounts, and I don't even think I've loaded up a single thing over there yet. It's just like, oh my God. Like today I put, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they get the promotion for the show. I don't know why I didn't start. I'll probably go back while I'm on vacation, take a morning, load up a bunch of stuff on both accounts and get it going. Everybody that I talk to that's over there says there's decent amount of traction, shit like that. Yeah. So yeah, it's, pretty
and then
interesting.
There's also, I have the Protocol G.I. Joe Instagram, which just is solely for Protocol G.I. Joe. I'm going to be dropping a new character poster for one of the characters I created for the book, which is Spirit's daughter. So nice. I'm going to be dropping that soon. So you give you a little bit more in depth with her and get to see her a little bit. But I'm going to try to do that with each of the characters that I've created.
That's awesome. I love it. Just a rundown. You can find me, Destro Designs, Viper Den Studios, as I was saying, on all the shows, Twitter, Insta, Facebook, TikTok, soon to be Threads, probably when I'm on vacation. Generally, live from Viper Den Studios is here Saturday nights. We are returning to regular time next week. So July 18th, I come back from vacation. Brother TJ Wims is going to be in studio, possibly CG Horror. I talked to him. I know the weekdays are tough. He has to get up super early to travel to his job. I don't expect him to make it. But yeah, so that's usually on Saturdays. So TJ Wims. The following week is my brother from Toy Pics Photography. He's got a great account over on Twitter. Excellent photographer. Very excited about that. I think that's going to be a good one too. Every time I've had what are one of like the best photographers that's out there, it's like we wind up talking about so much shop aspects of it, and it just winds up being great because all of us here like to take a few pictures. So hearing things from those guys, I think it's great. So I'm interested to have them both on. But yeah, TJ Wims brings a lot to the table as well. Actor, veteran, figure collector. Like holy shit, I'm pretty sure that's going to be great. We just kind of found each other over on the algorithm is sometimes, and when I'm looking at this guy's profile, I'm like, holy shit, that's pretty cool. So that's what's up there. Tuesday, or I'm sorry, and then on Mondays we will be back, not this Monday but the following Monday. I'll be back with Mark. Will be back from his trip. We will reconvene. I know coming up, he had mentioned we're going to do our first members only show, so go over Destro's My Spirit Animal, become a member, and then you get the show and anything else, these other perks that'll start popping up. But yeah, that's going to be interesting. I believe he mentioned it'd be Travis Moody and myself on there for the members only, and I think it's going to be dope. So very excited, and always shout out to Mark for always having me on and being so good to me. I really greatly appreciate it. Travel safe and get back soon. Tuesday and Friday, you can find me dropping articles at SpentorsLair.com. Get yourself over there, sign up for the forums. He's got all kinds of cool shit going on. If you haven't been over there, yeah, right. So you got to go over there. You got to check it out. Get yourself signed up. I've got, Tuesdays and Fridays, my article tomorrow. It's basically just how those formative years, like 11 and 12 years old, how I started to dislike the figures that were coming out, and then I was doing all kinds of other things that a crazy preteen kid should not be doing, but I was doing anyway, and how it just kind of ripped my attention from one thing to the other, which was going to take a lot, right? I was super obsessed with G.I. Joe, so it was like a perfect storm of these weird figures that I didn't really identify with coming out, as well as me growing, finding, alcohol, weed, women, like the whole thing. A bunch of shit that kids, you should grow out of collecting because you
everything from the 80s and 90s that kids got into.
Right. Well, sports too. That was a big thing. I was playing football, baseball, basketball. I played basketball my freshman year, and then that was it. It was like too much. I played all four sports that one year. I ran track, football, baseball, basketball, and it was insane. I don't ever want to do that.
I was like that. I played soccer spring and fall, basketball, baseball, and then in high school got into football.
Nice. That's what's up. Football was great, dude. It was definitely my favorite. Baseball, I really enjoyed playing, but the second I stopped playing it, I could have cared less about it. Like I tried to watch it on TV. So we have the Valley Cats, which is a farm team. around here. Like I could take my kids to that and it would be enjoyable, right? Because they're excited. It's like a semi-professional team and if the ball field is nice and like, sure, that's exciting. But sitting there, watching it on TV, dude, those days are over. I can watch like postseason NBA and anything football, but it largely stops there. Maybe if it's
as much as I love football, I wish I would have stuck with soccer. I mean, that was a sport I was really good at and didn't appreciate it at the time.
I got so turned off to soccer because I was always super tall. I was like this tall when I was like fucking 11 years old. And so whenever I think I was younger than that though. I think I was maybe 8. It was just before I played Pop Warner. Again, super tall, big kid. They stuck me in goalie all the time. And I hated it. I was like, this is boring. I'm just standing here. Because, they're just kicking the ball back and forth at midfield. Yeah. Nobody can dribble the ball or whatever. And I just remember being like, yeah, this sucks. So that's unfortunate. That's a crappy coach not, opening the door for you to find other things. It's strange. But anyways,
I only played goalie once. I was always a striker, forward, always up towards, the ones that were making the goals or, passing it to the person making it to the goal. But I played goalie once, and it takes a lot to be a goalie.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's like playing the outfield in Little League. The ball rarely comes out that far. Your main like what's the hardest thing to do is to stay focused. You know what I mean? Like every pitch, you got to be ready. That ball can come to you. 95% of the time, it's not. That's why you've got to, especially.
But when it does, it does.
It does. Oh, it does. And it's like next thing you know, it's flying right over your head because you moved in 3 batters ago for the short kid. And now the home run hitter's up. And because you're not paying attention, you didn't move back. And we get a lot of that in softball because, sometimes you have girls who could just hit rocket ships and you have Yeah, I told the girls all the time, like they all want to play the infield every inning. And it kind of came down to like, because now we were at an age where girls are hitting these rockets. And if you can't stay ready on the infield, or if you don't have the skill to react to the ball, I can't put you at third base if you stand there like this every pitch. Yep. Like you got to be softball ready, knees bent, the whole thing. It's So yeah, I'm trying to think. So again, articles for Serpentor's Lair. That's Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm getting going. It's been a slow start because I've just been so busy, but I'll be firing up the social media for Shadow Strike, which is my brother Roblox's line of figures. Hopefully everybody saw the photos that he was dropping of the actual in-hand stuff. Looks fantastic. Very excited. I've got a pretty good story developed and I can't wait to get it out on paper. We'll be doing like a booklet, which will be like a preface to all the line of 12 comic books. I'm just going to do this small little booklet thing, which is going to give everybody the background from one end to the other on it. And then that way, when the comics come, I'm not trying to tell the entire lore in just, like a few comics. So I'm excited for that. That's going to be awesome. Also,
that'll be fun.
Yes, no, I sat down, I've made a few notes. I've been jotting stuff down when I'm on vacation. I plan on, using like a couple mornings where I'm up, everybody else is still sleeping and I'm just going to write out a few things. But also something that I've been working on too is I'm writing a G.I. Joe story with my brother Sean from Complete Carnage Photography, who he not only takes amazing photos, he usually writes like a little, it's like a bit of dialogue, or just like it's mostly dialogue. It's 2 people talking, but it tells you exactly what's going on in this. And after like reading a bunch of these, I reached out and was like, dude, I can't help but think like everything that I read of these little clips, I think maybe there's something there. Like, and so I kind of shared this idea that I had, and he immediately came back with like 3 ideas that made it instantly better and unifies like the whole thing. And I was like, yeah, and so we've been trading basic ideas to get the broad stroke down. And sometime, actually, you know what? I have to get back to him. We're going to set up a Google Doc so we can, work on it. And that's it. And and stay tuned too. I know RA is working on something that, I don't know when we're going to get around to doing that, but hopefully I can get my hand in that pie a little bit as well. So I'm a writing fool.
If we can do that, and I kind of briefly discussed it with Mark, and we'll talk more about that. But if we can do that, I think there'd be a response to it.
Me too. Me too. I
'Cause
think
I got
it
some
would be
ideas for it.
good. And especially like, if the movie is getting made, there's room for like the Lord. One of the biggest things about GI Joe that makes me hopeful and dovetailed with corporate greed is that if the right person realizes there is a MCU universe amount of material here, and that they want to make that MCU money. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I just hope that happens. It's one of those things though, is the audience that's going to actually spend money just as just as vast enough to support it, right? Because all of us fans that are fans are rabid fans, and you'll get all of our money. But is there enough of us to actually pay the bills on a big thing like that?
If the product's good enough, look, Marvel was going bankrupt before, X-Men. They had to
Right.
sell off the properties, the TV and movie rights for a lot of their product in order to keep from going from bankrupt. And now look at them.
Right. Oh yeah, Dave, definitely better than it's got a more relatable story, right? Because while wild and different, it's much more rooted in things that happen on Earth than the MCU universe is legit universe. Like shit happens on other planets and this and that, the other thing. But yeah,
if it's done right, if you tell the story and take it seriously, and you can have fun with it but still tell a real story. If it's done right, it will bring the fans. It's the old thing. If you build it, they will come.
Right. 100%. So I think with that, we are going to wrap this up. Again, show goes back to regularly scheduled next Saturday. Actor TJ Wims, actor, collector, veteran TJ Wims coming in. And then the following week, we have the gentleman from Toy Picks. I think that's going to be awesome as well. Very excited. And you guys, I'm going on vacation, but you guys are probably going to see me more on all the social media more than you normally do because I'm not going to be working. Like every morning, I'm going to be on my phone. What I'm hoping to do is take a bunch of pictures tomorrow, just simple pictures, and then be able to edit them and put them out on the onto the timeline and everything like that. So over the course, and plus I'll probably take videos, like I think last year there was one thing that I remember I put a video up. We had this lightning storm. It was crazy. Plus it was just at the ocean or whatever. Good video, a nice little video of me kicking everybody's ass in mini golf. Can't wait for that. They have this one big place and I try to win it every year. I think I've won every year except for 1 year. I think my wife may have actually won. The only reason I say it wasn't her because I don't think I would have ever heard the end of it if she actually won, and I don't remember hearing about it recently. So,
nice. Dave, have a good night. Thanks for getting the book.
Very cool. Very cool.
He put up there. Yeah, great show. Thanks,
Dave, Cal, everybody that stayed. Lewis.
Yeah.
Very good. Naugahyde, thank you so much for grabbing the book as well. I agree.
Naugahyde, thank you very much for grabbing it. I can't wait to get it out to you.
Yeah, for sure. Glad I made it for part of this as Operative D. Good to see you folks. Yep. Appreciate you coming through. Yeah. And Naugahyde, good luck with your procedure tomorrow. I assure you you'll wake up and you will not even feel like anything happened. I promise, for sure. Like
Just
I said,
don't try punching your wife when you wake up from a procedure.
right.
I almost did that. Well, actually, no, it wasn't my wife. It was more of the nurse. But my wife tried to warn the nurse that I swing when I start to wake up.
I know a guy had all 4 of his wisdom teeth pulled. I don't know. He had a weird reaction to the anesthesia. He woke up and he started swinging like it was like legit. And he's a big guy. And it was like there was some dude that just so happened to be out in the other room that was able to come in and kind of prevent him from leaving the room. And then finally his wife yelled at him and it like snapped something in his brain. And he was like, "What?" And she was like, "Get the hell out of here." And they went and they left in the car and nobody got in trouble or anything, but he definitely connected with, I think, 2 people in the room. So
I had sinus surgery a few years back. And when I get startled awake, I swing.
Yes. And that's what it feels like coming out of anesthesia too. It's wild. Awesome. RA, thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate it. Thank you for that.
Destro, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. We'll definitely have you back again. I mean, I appreciate the the special discount and the special edition of the book, for here. I think that's great. we'll always look at trying to do something whenever you come through if you want with
Nice.
promote
Appreciate
all
it.
the good stuff that you got going on. So I think that that's awesome. And we'll keep in touch about the Comic-Con in New York. Like that's because that's
Yes.
right there for me. You know what I'm saying? And then meeting up on a Saturday, I'd love to do a live from Viper Den Studios, on the road, and we could do something from
That
there.
would be amazing. That would be so much fun.
I do have a thing that sets up for my phone that will hold it, and then there's a microphone on it. So if we had, I also bought, and I don't know how good it's going to be, but you plug it into the phone, and it's a mic that I could like set up in between multiple people, and we,
Well, I don't know if you can see it. I have a Rode mic here that plugs into the computer, or plugs into a phone, and it has, there's dual mics. So I'll bring that. I'll have that with me because I'll have my daughter and I'll be using it. So I'll have that in case you need to use it.
Awesome. That sounds great. I appreciate it. But no, we'll definitely talk about that, and we'll see what other of our Northeast brethren we can get to make the trip. I mean, shit, that's super close for CG Horror as well. CG Horror and I met in Long Island with Riptide O'Leary. Yeah. And
this will be my first trip to New York since I was an infant, I think. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Fantastic. Well, I think that's it. Thank you all for joining us on the school night. Like I've said, I appreciate it. You will see me on those Twitter streets tomorrow, and definitely over while I'm on vacation. RA, thank you again for coming through. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for everybody that picked up the book tonight. Like I said, I'll leave it open for a few more hours, just so anybody that wants to pick it up after the show.
I appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, everybody in the chat, everybody now that was here and left, replay squad, greatly appreciate your time and always coming through and hanging out with us in the chat and making it hot, because it is half the show. We interact with about all that. So thank you all again. I appreciate it, and we will see you soon. Peace.
Thanks a lot. Have a good night.